Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we're making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ASAP in the morning. It is April 5th. I am joined by Jay, Dustin, Sam, and obviously the only guy who's such a fan of a disgraceful, awful, failure, pathetic organization, the Chicago Bulls. Here's Rob Scott. How's everyone today? Jay, how you feeling this morning, brother?
It's good. I feel like I need to pass on my therapist's number to Rob just to get him some mental help. But you know, honestly, man, listen, we had a great night of college basketball, which I know we're going to talk all about. But I was so conflicted last night. It was almost borderline depression until I realized I had a DVR because I had Monday Night Raw conflicting with the national championship. And I was like, what the hell am I going to do? So what I wound up doing was I wound up watching Raw till about 9 o'clock, and then I hit the DVR. I really could hit the DVR, so that way I can go back and finish watching the rest of Raw today. So I'm doing better, but I really wasn't in a state of depression and confliction last night up until I realized I had a DVR.
Damn. Ron, how are you feeling today, Ronald?
I'm alive, sir. How y'all doing?
Wait, are you a Sixers fan?
Yeah, for right now.
That's dumb. Yo, my guy's patience with his organization is already down. He's like, yo.
He said for right now.
Yeah, I tested you, bro. Yeah, and Rob, you know how I can tell Ron is about to jump ship? He got a Denver Nuggets windbreaker on.
Uh-oh.
So he's ready. Hold on. Are you ready to admit that Jokic is the MVP?
This is if he steals it from Embiid, yeah.
Oh, you hedging your bets. I can't stand this man. I can't stand this man.
King.
I can't stand you at all. Dustin, how you feeling today, brother?
That guy.
Yeah, I hear him loud and clear. I agree with you, Dustin.
What's up, stat guy?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were talking to me. Still recovering from vacation mode, but good to be back.
I munched.
Hey, stat guy's stuff plays completely different than where we are right now.
Oh, 100%. And Sam, I didn't forget about you. I see you there. How you doing today?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, my God. To quote the great Marshall. Rob, how many times have I said that? Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Allow it. Yes, sir.
Hey, as long as you're not from Connecticut, you're fine.
Okay, well, honestly, I went to bed at halftime last night.
Really?
I did. I was ready to eat crow and just say I totally missed it and went to bed, woke up and went, well, at least there's a bright spot.
Like, huh. I'll be honest. I rolled with UNC. I really did, but honestly, I don't care. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's talk about it, right? So in the illustrious career of Coach K, he was able to walk off with a national championship. Oh, couldn't even hack it. Get him out of here, Coach. Game is too hard for him. Yeah. So,
Coach L.
Hey, you got to admit, though, it was a hell of a game.
Well, honestly, the second half was great. The first half was, I don't want to say but
it was on Kansas side, not necessarily on North Carolina.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the overall game, like Kansas just bless their hearts. It's like the only thing I could really say. Bless their hearts. They was getting slapped every way to Sunday. Went to the locker room and I don't know, just came out and it was like, you know what? Now we feel like playing basketball.
They drank some secret stuff.
Yeah, 100%. We got a drug test these kids. We got a drug test. 100%.
They evidently thought the game started at 10:30 Eastern rather than 9.
Right, which is wild. 72-69, giggity. Jay McLovin how shocked are you that North Carolina, the Tar Heels, pulled their best impression of the Atlanta Falcons and blowing a double-digit lead?
Damn.
Yeah. If you watch that first half, I really thought I knew Kansas was coming out struggling, so I knew, and I knew that they would bounce back in the second half. But the way they came out in that second half was just night and day as compared to the way they started out the first half. I mean, they came out. I think they went on like a 38-10 run, or no, 38-10 run. And I mean, it was a completely different game. And then I really liked the way it ended with it just being a battle royale come the last 3 minutes. Of course, Baycock went down with the injury, but man, I really thought UNC. I thought this was going to be UNC's year. I thought they, if they could just weather the storm, they'd be okay. But when Baycock went down, that just kind of pretty much took UNC with it. But man, still, what a hell of a game, man. I still tip my hats off to both teams. They did well.
Sam.
Yeah.
This is the question I've seen a lot of people ask, and it's a legitimate question, right? Which really did it come down to? Did Kansas do everything in their power to scratch and claw and come back and win? Or is this just a case of UNC kind of just gagging and choking, not being able to handle it, and then in essence just giving the game up?
Well, is it one of those? Well, I'll answer your question with a little bit of another question. Is it one of those that the Final Four game was their championship, and they were kind of still riding that high once they got into the first half? They hit halftime and kind of went, okay, we got this, and just kind of took their foot off the pedal. You saw them play against St. Peter's. They had their foot on the throat of St. Peter's immediately, didn't let up. They went into the Elite Eight game against who'd they play? Oh, that was St. Peter. Sorry. They went in and they played such a high level against Duke then and had that back and forth. One of the best Final Four games I've seen because of what was at stake, what it meant if Duke lost, that type of thing. So like that was their climax of their tournament right there. And then they just kind of rode it out, and it bit them in the ass at the end because Kansas, even though they were down 15, didn't give up the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say North Carolina just gave up, but I think they thought maybe they could put it on cruise control the rest of the way. I mean, they'd done it the whole time where they just beat the living daylights out of teams. And then Kansas was better than what they were thinking.
Rob, I want to ask you something because I kind of want to piggyback something off of what Sam said, because I can't remember who said it. Somebody in the group chat had basically said that the UNC beating Duke in that Final Four game was actually more important to them than if they actually them going out and winning the championship. Do you think that mentality kind of had something to do with it? I mean, think about it. No matter what team you are, if you beat your nemesis, right? If you beat the team that you just always wanted to beat, especially it being that, Coach K's final game, you ended up beating them. Is it possible that they kind of just went in the game thinking, hey, look, if we win, great. If not, oh, well, we already got ours, quote unquote, championship?
I think a little bit of that attitude was there, but I think they just overlooked Kansas. I think their focus was so much on Duke, as you mentioned. I think the media helped with that because it was such a big deal. This is Coach K's probably his last hurrah, if he doesn't win this game. And I think UNC just went in knowing like, okay, we split these games with Duke during the regular season. Right now our focus is on beating Duke and letting them know without a shot of a doubt we're a better program, that they just completely overlooked Kansas, who just gave it to Villanova. And I don't see how you overlook a team like Kansas, but I really think that's what happened. They came in, especially looking at the first half, they probably didn't care. Oh, look, we're up 40-25, dude. These guys are nothing. Our real competition we beat already. And I think they just slept on them, which is why Kansas was able to make that second half comeback. Shame on UNC for that. They should have kept their foot on their necks. That's what you do.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, I mean, again, to your point, you had the opportunity to again, you're up double digits. Oh, you don't even need a coach. You can just be like, hey, as long as we kind of put up a fight. But then in the second half, they give up 47, which is more than what they scored in the first, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you do that, and then on top of that, you score 29.
Only 29 points.
Like it's so weird. Like it's almost as if they switched.
Yeah.
And I think Sam said this. Even though they were down double digits, at no point did Kansas be like, "Yeah, we're out of it. It doesn't matter anymore." Like you could have had them down 100, and they still would have been scrapping, which I think is important. Ron, going forward, how bad in the grand scheme? Let's say in the next 5 years, how bad do you think this loss is gonna bother UNC?
I don't think it is. I think, like we said, they already had their celebration party after they won the Final Four, beating Coach K. I'm pretty sure they rolled out the champagne and everything. They were living it up. Still, there's no excuse to losing to Kansas. It was a ridiculous loss.
I want to. I'm sorry, Ron. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but the one thing I was going to say is whoever beat Duke, I wouldn't have picked to win the national title because that was the national title to any team that beat Duke before the championship game.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just interesting.
Think about how crazy this tournament was. The absolute craziness that ensued from this tournament. What was the one constant that you were always talking about throughout the whole thing, minus the upsets? Coach K, did they win?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Did they win? Did they win? Once they got beat, that story's gone. And now it's let the craziness ensue again. And I think that second half was exactly that craziness that this tournament showed throughout the whole time.
Yeah, Sam, like to piggyback off that, like that's what I was saying. The media helped,
For
Kansas
sure.
get overlooked. They helped
sure.
them get overlooked because to UNC is not only are we going to see Coach K go goodbye, we're going to send them home packing. So to them, that was their ring. Like that was their trophy. That was, like Ron said, they rolled out the champagne. I'm pretty sure they partied hard that night beating Duke, not realizing we still got one more game to play.
Yeah. Especially Caleb Love. I think Love probably had the most champagne because he came playing against Kansas like he was Russell Westbrook.
I mean, if you look at the tail of the tape, North Carolina, like neither team really shot that great, but at least Kansas was 43.9%. You looking at North Carolina, 31.5% from the field, 21.7% from the 3-point. I mean, whatever magic they did have, they gave it all to Duke. Like,
I think during that
run, I don't know what
run,
happened. Those last 60 seconds was egregious. I'm just like, how can y'all not get a single set shot to even try and tie the game? This is ridiculous. And Caleb Love's just throwing up 40-footers. That's all we got, Coach? Okay.
We smoking on that Duke pack right now, bro. Smoking on that Duke pack right now, bro.
All I know is that Duke lost pride was very quick.
I was ecstatic.
Like, hey, Rob, you owe me some money. I'm like, no,
because here's the thing, right? Me and Rob, we bet 10. We bet 10 on Chattanooga and Illinois, right? They were looking good at the beginning, then Chattanooga gave up. I was like, all right, I'm triggered. I'm tight. So, Rob, we did double or nothing, which is $20, right? It goes to 20, right? That Duke will win. This guy said it's a wash. It's not. He owes me 10. I'm telling you. Mathematics is that's how it works, right?
Double or nothing.
It's 20.
I mean,
correct?
If I won,
that means hold on. That means the pot is now $20, correct? 20 big bones, all right? 20 schmackins, right? I won, right? So then it negates the 10, but we still have a surplus of 10. What'd you call it? What do you people call it? Sawbuck? You owe me a sawbuck. All right? You owe me a whole whopping sawbuck.
We gonna bet again on the if the Celtics versus the Bulls if they happen to meet in the playoffs.
Hold on. No, I think we hold on. I think we play y'all one last time. Yeah, we played out one last time this season.
All right, we can bet on that game. Let's keep it going.
That's the easiest money I've ever made in my life. That's easy money. Are you sure you want to do that?
Hey, I'm riding with my team.
Imagine having only 45 wins. Could never be me.
Rob out here trying to give away money.
Rob is trying to give away money, bro. Rob, oh wait, hold on. No, you don't like Chicago. Ron, okay. See, I troll. Ron really does not like Chicago.
Why, Ron? What we
I
do
hate
to
the
you, my boy?
Celtics more than the Bulls, but you know, the Chicago.
Okay,
You got
whoa, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Chicago.
Pride of the
okay,
acting like
no.
you got 50 wins. You only got 49. Talking about some 45 could never be me. Get out of here.
I said 49. Oh, Sam, can I ask you a question? Would you rather have $45 or $49?
Depends. What am I buying?
No. All right, bet. You're buying something that costs $47.
Okay.
Would you rather have 45 or 49? Sam, don't do that to me. Come on.
No, 49, obviously. I mean, come on.
You. Come
That's
on, Rob. Educate yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, though? All of us can agree. At least we're not in Brooklyn.
Oh, goodness.
Who saw that?
Yeah,
Who saw
buddy.
that coming?
Free Brooklyn.
Tenth
By the
place.
way, Chicago, you guys on today? Yeah, today you guys are going to take an L against Milwaukee. And then tomorrow you're going to take a double-digit loss to Boston.
I'm worried about that Milwaukee game, man. Giannis been playing on another level.
Wait, who?
Giannis.
Cares, yeah. I told you Jay was gonna get somebody. I don't know if you knew that. We was watching NXT Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
And I just saw LA Knight. And then every time he goes, yeah, it just makes me happy. So I told him I'm gonna start doing that. And I said by Wednesday, someone's gonna get tight and tell me to shut up.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of wrestling, I know we got more to talk about. But did you see that horrible stunner Vince McMahon took?
I will say this to the day I die. That was the best stunner I've ever seen in my entire life. I will say that to my
McMahon, showing people how to do their job.
Yo, and the way his
Hey, not bad for a guy that's almost 80.
I'm
telling you, right?
Yo, what? There's gonna be a report that Vince McMahon got injured, but be like, yup, you saw his leg, bro? Fold over like a wheelchair.
On the real, he folded. Well, I'm worried about that hip.
So, you guys are talking about the play-in, right? Do you want an opportunity to say something? Yeah. All right, what do you want to say?
I said, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Dustin down there, man, he still look like he laying on the beach, my brother.
He's chilling right now. He's just chilling right now, bro.
He's chilling.
But you guys said Brooklyn.
I'm gonna be like that next week, bro, when I'm in Jamaica, bro. I swear. I can't wait.
Bro, I'm about to be out here every time we disagree. Be like, hey, yo, Bombo Clot. He's gonna start
clock there, bro.
Yes, sir. So you guys were mentioning the play-in, right? This is a little thought was percolating in my mind, brain. I want to start with the East. Jay, in terms of the Eastern Conference, what team is the scariest team in the play-in, if there's any for you?
I still gotta go with Giannis and Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee's just the team that's gonna come out of the East, man. Play-in. I apologize. I like Atlanta, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, I like Atlanta. I think Atlanta's gonna do some stuff this year. Huh?
Wow. So Ron, I assume you agree.
Yeah, Ice Trey is looking unbelievable. I'm looking for him to become the biggest villain in New York. I need him to beat Brooklyn just like he did the Knicks.
Anything Mobs could be a villain in New York. Julius Randle plays for the state and he's a villain. It's not easy to be a villain in New York. That's nothing special. I can't stand when people say that. No, I don't want to hear it, bro. Y'all best player, y'all treat him like a villain.
They were so disappointing this year, though.
Who, the Knicks?
The Knicks. I had high hopes.
I didn't have high hopes.
I'm not saying that they were going to be in the top 4, but to not even be in the play-in, that's
disappointing.
That's a disappointment.
That's a disappointment. But then again,
blow it up.
So,
I don't see Julius Randle. I don't care if he's under contract or not. He's not playing there no more.
I don't know, man.
No, they're gonna try to get Zion. They're gonna reunite him and RJ Barrett.
Isn't Cam Reddish somewhere in that roster?
No, they let him go.
Can I ask a question about Zion?
Please, Sam, the floor is yours.
Is he gonna be like a Greg Oden
No.
to
No.
where he just is constantly hurt and plays every once in a while?
Nope.
I mean,
If
this
he
is
put-
what
if he
his
put
second
down the
season.
crawfish,
Well, yeah, because it always seems like they're talking about, hey, he's going to be fantastic. He's going to be just a superstar, and then it's he's out 2 weeks, or he's got a broken foot or an ankle injury. It just to me so far has sounded like he's Greg Oden 2.0.
definitely does.
Oh, it does. It does for you too, Rob. Okay.
And I love Zion, man.
No, you
but
don't.
It's like, dude, you gotta play. Like
No, you
right
don't.
now, with the way that the Pelicans are playing, I'll be fighting tooth and nail to get back. Like you got CJ McCullough playing out of his
But it's
mind.
not his decision.
I don't. Hey. Sometimes you gotta override the doctor's decision.
But they will let him.
You out there dunking and throwing it off the backboard, and hey, you gotta play, bro.
And it's crazy
That's
because
the same thing I gotta say about Ben Simmons, bro. Like you've been on the bench all year. Now you got a bad back.
Hold on,
bro.
hold
Where
on.
did that
First of
come
all,
And that is
hold on. Sam,
Okay.
hold on.
Okay.
I do not tolerate Ben Simmons slander in any degree. His back problems has been notable the entire year. No one spoke about it because it's not clickbait worthy.
What he do? Stretch too hard?
I don't know. Maybe he's rocking with homeboy and what's his name? Which is the homeboy who messes with trainings?
With who? Oh, Dwight Howard?
No, the other one.
You said the other one.
He's on
The dude
Memphis.
in Charlotte. The dude in Charlotte.
No, he's in Memphis. He's in Memphis.
I know.
Yeah,
It's like,
I don't remember the name.
You know what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
I know who you're
Ben Simmons
talking
is
about.
probably linked up with him. I don't know, man. I don't know. No, that's,
Hey, that's messed up. You said no, the other one.
Yeah, there's another one. There's like 15 of them. That's like, dude, that pretty sure Paul George is one of them at one point. Why do you think he always plays the way he plays? Anyway,
Lord Jesus.
That's probably what it was with Ben. But with Ben, bro, don't bother Ben. Leave Ben alone. All right, we're not talking about him. We're talking about Zion. All right, so leave Benjamin Simmons alone. All right, Robert, you would kill to have him on your roster.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
What?
So
I wouldn't.
You're running
So,
center ass.
what is Zion out with?
Bro?
what is
Well, here's
Zion
the
out
thing.
with right now?
He got like a foot injury, right?
It's-
A
No,
foot
it's-
injury. Okay, that's what's confusing because they show clips of him dunking the damn ball.
And
You've got to
that's the
jump
thing.
on that.
But here's the thing, and we spoke about this a few weeks ago. Those videos, you got to remember, that's not coming from New Orleans. That's coming from Zion.
True. I'm
New
not
Orleans-
saying that.
I don't think Zion's hurt.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying.
he's
Like,
hurt
I don't
either.
think.
I think
he's
New
a-
Orleans is just being overly cautious with him at this point. They're basically just saying we're going to sit you the rest of the year and bank on CJ McCollum being here next year and starting fresh.
But
And
I
then
don't
when
think
he
he's hurt at
leaves
all.
town, what do? They go, oh shit, we should have kept him. Or
Exactly.
How does
That's
that help
the
New
risk
Orleans
that they're going to have
not
to take.
playing him?
Well, because they're trying to they're trying to play safe to start. Listen, this is I've been like, I think Rob, you and I agree on this. This year was an audition for them to keep Zion.
yeah,
They had to make the moves to make sure you can then look at Zion and say, hey, Zion, look.
this is what we got.
Look at what we got. We made moves for you. And look, like for example, right now, the Pelicans are still in contention for the play-in.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, they're the 9th seed right
they're
now.
ninth.
They're the 9th seed. So
Three
if you
full
can make the
games
play-in-
above the Lakers.
Right. So, I mean, of course. I mean, whatever. Here's the thing. Let's say they make it. Let's say they make it, right? And let's say somehow they end up the 8th seed going into the playoffs. Imagine they then can look at Zion and say, hey, Zion, look, the beginning of the year was rough. Look what we turned this into. We got you. We all know Brandon Ingram can hoop. We got you another bona fide star in CJ McCollum. Now you being here, now there's not that much pressure on you. Imagine what we could do with you here. And I think in terms of all the clips we've seen of Zion, I just think that's Zion saying, like, because I think he at least understands that people are calling me soft and they're already making the Greg Oden comparisons. He's trying to say, hold on, I'm not hurt. Yeah, I'm not playing, but don't put that on me. I want to play. The organization ain't letting me. For whatever reason they want to use, they
Sometimes
don't want me to play.
Sometimes I think though NBA teams don't realize that over resting a player can be bad too.
it's just as detrimental as under.
You have to get reps in, because now you're asking this man to come off a year of sitting down and to be the Zion he was before he was hurt.
Well, why don't they give him 15 minutes a game? 15 minutes of having Zion actually play to keep in shape, to be able to fine tune and keep well oiled and get the rust off. That makes him, at least, for one thing, it makes the Pelicans better if he's not really hurt as bad as what the Pelicans are saying. If he's okay with playing 15 minutes a game, you know what? It sucks because you hit that 15 minutes, you're done. Whatever. You got to time it out right. But it just, to me, doesn't make sense that you would, okay, we're hoping to make the play-in. We're hoping to make the playoff tree, but we're going to keep our best guy who's showing that he's not hurt as bad as what we're saying on the bench because we're hoping for the future. Well, you know what? You can still get more free agents, good free agents in the offseason if you show that Zion's there. He's going to be in shape. He's going to be ready to play.
I don't think so.
Come next year.
I don't think so. And look, I love Zion. I have a Zion jersey. I do. I got Zion. By the way, the way I want it, I'm a shooter back in the day. You feel me? I was at Six Flags. I was like, whap. And they were like, oh my God, you're so good. Broke a record. I was like, look my nuts. Y'all don't believe me? Ask my fiance. I was sucking that for like 2 weeks. I was milking
big
like
pause.
I said what I said and I meant it. I was like the 08 Celtics, how they're still milking that championship. That was me for like 4 weeks. I was milking it like crazy.
Be careful, prize a couple guys in the NBA that might holler at you. I think the Pelicans are in a win-win. It's fine regardless. The craziest thing about the Pelicans that we don't pay attention to is that they got the Lakers pick, which is top 7, could end up getting any higher in the lottery.
Is it protected at all, Ron?
No, they get it regardless.
Wow. That was silly from the Lakers then.
Right.
I mean, they got them a ring, so is it really silly?
Yeah, it was.
What was it, a make or break on protected or not? If you could say lottery protected, which means 3 or higher, and that's it.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was a make or break. I just think they just threw that with the players, and they were like, okay,
well, then Rob Pelinka should be shame on you because you should have at least put lottery protected on that.
Yeah, how is it not top 3 protected?
Yeah,
Rob Pelinka is going to get himself Chris Rock very soon.
Hold on. I don't know, man. I feel like y'all being a little too. I just think because at the let's be honest.
Yeah, at the time
when that
for
trade
Anthony
happened,
Davis.
Think about. I just think it's recency bias because back then, who would have thought the Lakers were in this position? I will say this to my dying
but Rob
breath.
Pelinka should have thought about the possibility as the general manager. He should have thought about that as a possibility.
And I will say this. I will say this to my dying breath. There's people who disagree with me, and if you disagree with me, basketball's not in your wheelhouse, and just go home, lock yourself in your room with no internet, no cable, and just stay there until you expire. Russell Westbrook, you take him off this team, you put anybody else here, this Lakers team is in the playoffs.
I'm not arguing that.
To my dying breath. You want to argue with me, Sam?
No, I said I'm not arguing that.
Right, you want to argue with me?
No, what I'm arguing is Rob Pelinka dropped the damn ball when he didn't protect this pick.
Sam, hold that thought for 1
if
second.
they win the lottery and the Lakers have the number 1 pick, it's the Pelicans that pick first.
Yeah.
How silly is that? Even if it's 5 years ago he made that trade.
I'm explaining it to you in a minute. But Ron, you said you want to argue with me?
Yeah, we don't.
Okay. All right. Who next? Who want to argue with me next? Who want to argue with me next? Who want it?
Hey, what's wrong with you, man?
I'm mad at you.
Man. Hey, no, but when they first picked up Russell Westbrook, I was like, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, have y'all not seen him with the Wizards? Have y'all not seen him with the Wizards? Like, just look at OKC. Look at what they did with him, winning MVP, getting all these triple doubles. Chris Paul comes in and takes this nothing of a team to number 4 in the West. Come on, bro. Like, the writing was on the wall.
Didn't he play good with the Wizards? I'm confused. I swear
he
him
did.
and Bill.
The second half they picked up momentum, but with a team that has Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook on it, on paper, you're not supposed to be in the play-in, bro. Not in the East.
No.
Not in the East.
No.
Right.
No. He played okay. He played solid.
The second half they picked up some momentum.
Right.
But
And I just
even
think
then, they didn't make it to the playoffs, did they?
they made the play in, but then got bounced.
Right,
I'm
that
just
was
saying
it.
this one thing. I'm just gonna say this. It's just funny to me they picked up momentum when Bradley Beal's usage percentage the second half of the year went through the roof.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. I'm sipping my tea. I'm minding my business because I don't even know why I'm even talking. I'm just
There was somebody passing him the ball though.
You said who?
It wasn't Russell.
Yeah, it wasn't Russell Westbrook. You gotta ask somebody. But Sam, because you said something funny, because you said that even if it was 5 years ago, you got to remember, and this is something that people tend to forget when it comes to a lot of championship teams. Let's be honest, the only team who hasn't really done it was Golden State. That's the anomaly. More times than not, when you're a championship team, you're wheeling and dealing and trading your picks because you're in a win now mode. Again, I understand that now through the lens of what's going on now. Yeah, that pick is crazy, which I agree with you. It's wild that the Lakers being in this position, if they end up with the number 1 overall pick, the Pelicans get it. But this trade happened, what, 3 years ago? Was it? Somebody fact check me. 3 years ago?
That sounds right.
Right? Like 3 years ago, we were not saying that this Lakers team would be a play-in. Let's be honest. Nobody said nothing about this Lakers team being bad until when? Until Russ came in. Let's be honest, which was the beginning of this year.
So, Pride,
What's up?
do you have insurance on your car?
Me?
Yeah.
I had it, and then I decided to go flipsies with it.
Okay, but normally you have insurance on your car, correct?
Correct, yes.
So you don't plan on going out and running somebody in the ass at the stoplight. Because,
If I'm in debt, I would consider it.
But my point being is you have insurance in case that happens.
Right.
Why wouldn't you, as a GM, whether you think you're going to win the next 5, like Freddie thinks, you still have insurance in case the wheels fall off or you rear end somebody at the stoplight.
Which
Whoever the GM was, which I think it was Pelinka at the time that made that trade, he should have said, if it wasn't a deal breaker. Now, if the Pelicans were saying it needs to be an unprotected first round or you're not getting AD, okay. But if it wasn't a deal breaker, he should have said lottery protected first round. You don't know when injuries are going to happen and you all of a sudden end up in the lottery. And it's just, it's a very poor move by somebody that thinks we're going to win forever. Well, that's great. But what happens if you don't? What happens if you fall into that lottery and you win the lottery?
I don't think he was worried about the insurance because at the time the Lakers was like, we got to make this happen. We got to make this happen. We can't let Anthony Davis go. And giving up Ingram and Lonzo and the other guard that they gave up was more than enough. The picks they should have been protected. There's no.
Yeah, he should. Even if it's start of negotiations, you say lottery protected first, and then the Pelicans can come back and say no, it can't be lottery protected. Then you decide whether or not it's worth that trade. I just can't see that being if. I hope that's what the Pelicans did rather than Rob Pelinka just offering the first and forgetting to check the box on lottery protected.
I don't know. Maybe
Lakers
it's just me. But again, I just think nobody was saying this when the trade was happening. I just think it's just a case of the Lakers are bad now, and then they could really use that pick. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think it is. But again, as a GM, that's kind of your job. Like you can't just be nervous. There's risks you're gonna have to take. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, is it gonna bite them in the butt now? Yeah, 110%.
Is the championship worth it?
But that's really what it comes down to. Like at the end of the day, you got the chip.
Well, and I can that comment by Ron right there is the championship worth it. I'm a Cubs fan. Okay, so 2016, the Cubs were damn good, very very good. They needed one reliever to finish the deal, and they got Aroldis Chapman from the Yankees. They had to trade one of their best prospects, Gleyber Torres, who is now an all-star with the Yankees. And I had somebody ask, well, was it worth giving up Gleyber Torres? I'm like, they won the title. Yes, it was very much worth it. You've got to lose something to be able to gain that championship. But goodness, if just lottery protected, what are the chances they win the lottery? It's not a huge percentage.
Right.
But you put that check mark on there, or say that it's protected, and if that's not the deal breaker, keep it lottery protected. If the Cubs could have said, "Hey, if we don't re-sign Chapman after this year, we get Torres back," and that I think Epstein would have done it, obviously, because hey, great, we're keeping our assets, covered and insurance wise. So yeah, I totally worth the trade, I'm guessing, because AD brought the championship for the Lakers, but you still got to protect it.
I don't think so. Because we got to. This is also the same Lakers team that when you especially their recent draft history, they'll draft some. Let's be honest, who's the last person that they drafted that has been good for the Lakers? Still waiting.
Is that Magic Johnson?
I mean, let's be fair here, brother. I mean, Kobe. But even
they didn't
then,
draft him. They didn't
I was
draft
about to
him.
say that you could put an asterisk because on a technicality, Charlotte traded him for him, or Charlotte drafted him and they traded for him.
Yep.
So on a technicality, you can't even give them credit for that one, right? So it's like it's just funny. Jordan Clarkson goes there, leaves, all of a sudden is just always in contention for sixth man of the year. Brandon Ingram was there. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, he has potential, but goes to New Orleans. All of a sudden, the dude is a living, walking bucket for no reason whatsoever." Lonzo was there. Everyone was like, "I don't know about Lonzo. It's traded, and literally the first game in New Orleans, all of a sudden looked like what the Lakers was trying to sell him. I'm trying to get there. Just give Daddy a minute. I'm trying to get to the point. Just hold on.
The point, Daddy.
Trying to boom, cock block me. She does this every single time. And then if you look at okay, Kyle Kuzma's a cancer. Fuck him. He can just go fall off a bridge. I don't care about him. But if you look at anybody else, every time they leave LA, all of a sudden they just get better. And I'm talking about in recent history, right? That's just how it's been. So it's like, I don't know. If they have that pick, how good would it really do them? You know what I mean?
They would have been trading it.
To be honest, they're trading it anyway. I'll be 100% with you. If they don't get AD, I think they're trading it regardless for like a Kawhi. You know what I mean? Because if right now, if they get on the phone with that pick and said, "Hey, look, we'll give you that pick, and Alex Reeves, we'll throw in somebody that for some unknown reason we cut out of our rotation, but whatever, we'll throw him, and you give us Kawhi." You think Clippers not thinking about that?
Hey, Pride, that last comment, I'm going to put it up there. This comment, Derek Fisher, he was drafted by the Lakers. He was good, but is that the level you're talking about?
If you're claiming a role player as
Great
your
role
best,
player.
thank you for coming up. Role player nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
But fine, let's give it to him. Let's just say Derek Fisher, right? For the sake of this argument.
And before that, Magic Johnson. I'm not kidding when I said Magic Johnson.
Right, but here's the thing. Let's be nice and say Derek Fisher.
Okay.
When did they draft Derek Fisher?
Oh, geez, middle of the 90s,
As
wasn't
soon
it?
as you said, "Oh, geez," and you sound like Rick and Morty,
Yeah.
the conversation is now over.
Yeah, right.
It's now over because, again, I said in recent history. Recent history. If we're saying Derek Fisher is recent history, his affair is recent history. When it turns out that the man who was thumping his Bibles and singing his Psalms 3:16, Fisher 3:16 says, "I will sleep with your wife." That is the only recent history about Derek Fisher.
I'm not saying I disagree. I just saw that comment and thought that is, I mean, that might be the best one since Magic Johnson. Like in that 40-year span, Derek Fisher might be the best draft pick they've had.
Didn't they draft Adam Morrison?
God
bless this franchise. God bless it. Brother. No, because you don't understand.
Did you just bring up Adam Morrison?
He sure did.
That's the first time. That's the only time that happens this year.
I mean, think about it. But listen, we killed the Cleveland Cavaliers for Anthony Bennett. We need to start slandering the Lakers for Adam Morris.
Facts.
We gotta start like mentioning stuff. What? What happened? That's a baby, correct. Russ, knock it off. LeBron, go. Knock it off. Jesus Christ, I feel like Genie. Oh man. If you have kids, just
Hey, my 6-year-old won. My 6-year-old won the pool that we all my whole family and a bunch of our friends went in. He picked Kansas to win the whole thing.
God bless him.
He won by like 40 points too, like over everybody else. So,
God bless him.
yes, children.
Yeah,
are great.
yeah, my 8-year-old picked North Carolina and Kansas in the championship game.
You
God
gotta
bless
love
him.
it.
God bless him.
Oh my
hold on.
God!
Oh.
Whoever thought we would be talking about Adam Morrison? Lord.
Bro, he's a goat.
You know, there was we were
Hey,
talking about
having mustaches is a thing at Gonzaga apparently.
But
'cause you go from Adam
that's
Morrison to
exactly
Drew
what I was
Timme.
bringing up. Drew Timme has somebody said he looked like a guy that was picked up at a rec league, that needed to fill in at a rec league.
No.
And I said, at least he doesn't look like Adam Morrison, who looks like the creepy guy that has the white panel van.
Yo,
I
you
know.
already ready? The funny part? I
Adam
found out
Morrison looks
why.
like he comes around the corner like.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yo, he looks like he's gonna grow up and look like Hubert from Family Guy.
Hey man, hey, Timmy looks like he's another character on Semi-Pro.
Yeah, something along that. With that,
Somehow or
line,
another,
yeah,
I see
absolutely.
Timmy on the Tropical Thunder.
When was he drafted? He was drafted in 07.
Morrison was drafted in
Hey,
06.
he was drafted by Charlotte.
You're drafted by Charlotte, number 3 overall in 06.
Oh, MJ's your GOAT. MJ's your GOAT. This is your GOAT. This is your GOAT.
Hey,
Drafted Adam Morrison.
nobody ever said MJ was a great GM.
Oh no,
He's horrible as a GM.
Nah, you're right. Yeah, and you know who else is gonna be horrible as a GM if he ever becomes one? LeBron. LeBron gonna be
He wanted
horrible.
Westbrook.
he's got a movie career to go to after this. He's totally
You know
going
what, though?
movies.
Westbrook was only LeBron's bad choice, but for the most part, GM Bron could put a team together.
You
Nah,
think
he
Carmelo was a
for the
good
most
choice?
part, and then you go get Russ, and then we got
I think
casual.
Carmelo was a friendship choice. That
Well,
was
that's
a
that.
man.
As a GM, that's not a good choice to make. You don't
No, it
choose your
is.
friends
No,
necessarily.
it is. Getting
Hey,
Melo.
Hey, he
To
like
have
he
him come
like
off the
look.
bench.
He was like, I passed up on you the past couple of years, Melo.
Right.
You was forced to play in Portland. I'm gonna look out for you this time. That's all that was.
A goodbye present, basically.
Adam Morrison averaged almost 12 points per game.
Hey, it's just not meant for Melo to have a ring, and that's Melo's fault. He could have came to Chicago when Derrick Rose was in his prime. He chose the money. He chose to go to New York and get the money.
Y'all
That's
lost to
his
Miami in
fault.
how many games? Y'all lost to Miami to how many games?
You said what?
Y'all lost to Miami in how many games?
6.
6? Whoop-de-doo. Go get him and you lose it in 7. The heartbreak is still real.
Man, if we would have had Melo, bro, it would have been crazy.
I'm sick of it.
It would have been crazy, bro.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Your delusion thinking that Melo would have gotten y'all a ring. Get out of here.
At that point in Melo's career, he was definitely better than Luol Deng.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Would it have mattered because you're playing against?
It would have. It would have.
LeBron
The problem with Chicago was
Luol
they couldn't
Deng.
score enough. They could stop. You got to think about it, bro. It took all 3 of them to beat on little Derrick Rose, bro. It took LeBron, Wade, and Bosh to beat on little Derrick Rose, bro. Derrick Rose had no help, bro.
Do better.
He had no help.
Do better.
He had Carlos Boozer. Joakim Noah's not scoring on anybody.
But he's a dog.
He was
He's
a bum.
dog.
No, he's a bum.
Joakim was a dog, but he's not.
No,
no
Joakim
scorer.
Noah's a bum. Joakim Noah's a bum. Let's just
He was a dog,
Toughest
bro.
player on the court, though.
He's a bum.
Didn't he get Defensive Player of the Year?
He's a bum. Back when they gave it to Eddie Bigman, who literally just walked on the court. Stop playing, man.
Hey,
He's a
you
bum.
gotta put
Get him
some
out of here.
respect on Joakim's name, bro.
With that
And
jump
he
shot,
got-
come on now.
and he
Respect
got
the game.
And he got 2 national championships.
Yeah, but stop trying to make it seem like he's there for loyalty because he was a bum and he had to stay. I don't care. Get out of here. So Coach
But,
Shannon,
okay, but you helping my argument though, Pride. You calling everybody a bum. This is what D Rose had.
He's the only one I called the
This
bum.
is what D Rose had against the Miami Heat. Because you crazy if you're not saying Carlos Boozer was a bum.
I didn't call him a bum.
He was a bum.
He was not a bum. Carlos Boozer was a
Boozer
bum,
hadn't been
and you're
good
sucking
since
Joe Kim
Utah,
Noah?
bro.
You're sucking Joe Kim Noah? Pause.
Hey, I rather had Noah over Boot. Get him, Joe. That was his defense. Get him, Joe.
Smoking. I don't know about that one, Chief.
Carlos Boozer was trash when he got to us, bro.
I ain't going that far.
That man.
He wasn't trash when he got to Chicago. He was trash when he was in Chicago because it wasn't the right system for him.
And he wasn't even trash. It was just more along the lines of the system. Yeah, like I'm not saying he's trash. Trash is you getting your opportunity and you just can't convert. Now that's trash.
There was a reason why 13 teams wanted Carlos Boozer that offseason.
Hey,
he was not trash. He was a 6-time All-Star playing the best basketball of his career, and he went to Chicago because they were an up-and-coming franchise.
When he came to the Bulls, he was trash.
He wasn't. No, when he got to the Bulls, he was coming off the best season of his career.
Right.
But the thing was, when he got to Chicago, it was a completely different style of basketball than he was accustomed to playing, and that style didn't work for him.
I think what Rob's saying is
I'm saying
he was
when
trash
he was in Utah,
Chicago.
he was a monster, but just coming here, it didn't work. It didn't work. Derrick Rose and Darren Williams are two different type of players, bro.
Right, but okay, and you just made Dustin's point.
Yeah.
You just made Dustin's point. Like that, it's not because he was trash.
Hey, well, who you gonna choose? Boozer
His
or
stats
Derrick
were
Rose?
trash.
Who am I going to pick? But no, Rob, that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is you can't say Carlos Boozer was trash.
Okay, he was trash in our system.
I mean, he really wasn't that bad.
He was trash in our system.
His first year in Chicago, he averaged 17.5 points per game. His second year in Chicago, he averaged 16. His third year in Chicago, he averaged 16.6.
Like,
you know what?
3 years in
You know
Chicago,
what's
he didn't
messed
play
up?
bad.
And
I remember more about Carlos Boozer's spray dyeing his hair black more than I remember his game.
I'm so
because
happy
he wasn't the guy. Because he wasn't the guy. That's all.
He was too focused on his hairline.
He was focused on that hairline, man.
Rob, in 4 years with Chicago,
Carlos
Carlos Boozer averaged 16.7 points and 7.9 rebounds per game.
That's
not bad production.
What did that get us, Dustin?
They didn't get anything.
With Derrick Rose. With Derrick Rose,
they got the same. They got the same amount of boosts they got out of Derrick Rose. They got the one Eastern Conference final and got nothing out of it.
And you're saying what
did Carlos Boozer do against the Miami Heat?
was a part of.
I'm not gonna sit up here and let y'all defend this man.
I
watched it. I was here living it, bro.
Apparently, you watched it with the wrong
Everybody in Chicago was ready for Carlos Boozer to get the hell out of here, bro.
And it's not because he was bad. It's not because he was bad. It was because he was old. When y'all got rid of him, he was like 30. What was it? He was like 32.
Bro, he hadn't been good since Utah.
D Rose was, if I'm mistaken, D Rose wasn't there.
That's why D Rose got hurt. That's why D Rose got hurt because he had everything on his shoulders.
He got hurt because of a freak accident.
Everything was on his shoulders, bro. That boy had to work so hard.
On his shoulders. You got someone giving 17 points per game.
Everything was on his shoulders, bro. Because
Carlos Boozer did.
Carlos
Boozer did nothing against Miami because he had to guard LeBron James.
Pull up his playoff stats since y'all want to talk. Pull up his playoff stats.
In Chicago, 12, 13, 16, 9.
Trash.
How's it trash? He had one bad year. That last year was horrible. I will give you that.
Yeah.
His final year in Chicago in the playoffs, he would give you 9 points per game. It was horrible. I might go front. Okay.
You want
Mike, where you at, Mike? I know you at Wrigleyville, Mike.
Rob, hold on, Rob. You're ignoring what we're telling you. You're saying trash, and then we're debunking your false narrative, and you're getting triggered.
He's trash.
In 3 years with the Bulls in the playoffs. Boozer averaged 14.9 points and 8.8 rebounds. Not great, but that's better production than what people give him credit for. Trash. The reason why he struggled in the Eastern Conference Finals is because Boozer had to guard LeBron James.
Boozer didn't guard nobody. That's
the thing, though. You expect Boozer to produce when he's got to be the one guarding LeBron James. Nobody could guard LeBron James in that series. They had to put Derrick Rose on LeBron James for a reason because he was the only one quick enough to keep up with him, and that still didn't matter.
Can I ask you a question?
Boozer did not play bad his first 3 years in Chicago. His fourth year was terrible. But the first 3 years that he was in Chicago, he still gave the Bulls 17 and 8 every single game, which is solid production.
Blasphemy.
Rob, Rob, let me ask you a
blasphemy.
question.
I love good sports debates because y'all will find a way to debate anything. Boozer was trash, and I don't care what none of y'all.
Okay, all right, Rob.
You
so
can
let me ask you
pull
a
up
question.
all the numbers in the world.
Rob.
I'm about to hit him with the Skip Bayless. What did your eye test tell you?
My eye test told me that he was still good. My eye test told me he was still good. Let me ask you a question, Rob. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna spit out a stat line. I want you to tell me how you feel about it. Correct? Are you okay to play this game with me?
Yeah, come on.
I'm getting to the punchline, but you gotta give me a minute. I'm getting to the punchline. I promise. Just stand by. All right. 7 points per game. You with me here?
Yeah.
7 points per game. 9 rebounds. 5 assists.
What you reading out, Joakim Noah?
45. Relax right now. I'm talking. 44% from the field. 60% from the free throw line. That, you're right, is Joakim Noah. The guy you said was so quote perfect, right? This was
he was perfect.
You just said he was great.
He was great for the Bulls for what we needed.
So Sam, Jay, Ron, and Dustin, y'all heard those stats, correct?
Yep.
This is Joakim Noah.
Yeah.
That's not always tell you the
he
truth,
was a
bro.
dog. He was great.
He was a dog. Joakim Noah was a dog.
Robert, I'm talking to Ronald, Dustin, Sam.
It doesn't matter who you talking to.
But careful, he's gonna throw you out.
So listen, it was 2014, 2015. Let me pull it in that same year. Damn, I can't even say that because matter of fact, let's go to his worst year in Chicago.
Pride.
Oh, y'all done brought in Jay Ness in this thing.
13.7. Would you agree that was good, Rob? Robert.
I don't even want to talk about it no more.
Pride.
What's up?
Check the private chat quick and look at those 2 stat lines. Which one do you think?
What's up, Jay? I don't even want to talk about it no more. What did your eye test tell you?
My eye test told me that Carlos Boozer is better.
Carlos Boozer is trash.
My eye test in Chicago. My eye test.
The two stat lines that I put in there.
Carlos Boozer hadn't been good since Utah, bro.
The two stat lines that I put in there was what Carlos Boozer did compared to what Luol Deng did in those 4 years. And right. Boozer was the one that averaged more rebounds, more points, and more assists per game in that 4-year run than Luol Deng.
And they were trying to say Luol Deng was the second option.
Yeah.
He was.
Boozer had better numbers than Luol Deng in those 3 years that he was with Chicago when Chicago was making deep playoff runs.
Are we going to look at numbers then? Are we looking at numbers? If we looking at numbers, then Westbrook is the GOAT. If we're looking at numbers, bro, Westbrook is the GOAT.
But Rob, I'm looking at it coupled. No, I'm looking at it coupled with this magical eye test you keep telling me. I'm coupling it with the eye test. See, the problem that you have and a lot of Chicago Bulls fans has, and I'm saying a lot, I'm not saying all of y'all. The problem was when y'all got him from Utah, y'all expected him to be Utah Jazz. No, I'm saying most.
Yeah.
Most of y'all expected him to be Utah Jazz Carlos Boozer. That was the problem. When he got to Chicago, he wasn't Utah Jazz. He went from great to good, and y'all never forgave him for that.
Hell no.
But the guy can't be great if you have another guy in Derrick Rose who's your number one option. You have a situation where you already have a number one option. You got Carlos Boozer, and he was at best going to be the number 2. At best.
That's
and it's
what we
weird.
needed him for. We needed him to be number 2. He
was the number 2 option.
He wasn't number 2. He was trash.
So Rob, that's in here. That's in here.
It is.
Jay, you're muted.
It is. Jay, you mute.
Shed the hate in your heart, Rob.
But on that team, honestly, Boozer was the number 2, and at times he was the number 1, and that was the problem. The problem was you guys were forcing him to be the number 1, and he wasn't the number 1.
Yeah, he was brought in to be the number 2, and he was the number 2 option for 3 years.
Right, and he did what you guys were supposed to do at that position. He got the board
16-7, 16-8 on a given night. That's what he was going to give you.
And he gave any defense, man. Oh man,
I don't care what none of y'all say.
You know what?
Boozer was trash.
Carlos Boozer reminds me, and I'm probably going to get ripped for this to come out, but if you hear me out, he reminds me of Al Horford. Because Al Horford came in the league to be. Listen,
well, I'll be honest with you, Chicago itself has been kind of trash for a long period of time. Honestly,
I was waiting for
you guys haven't really been relevant in a hot minute.
Well, I mean, without even going that far, because that is very.
Hey, we've been more relevant.
I'm
than
just
the Cowboys.
saying, it's not like you guys have been like the hottest team.
Right.
But honestly,
you had James Harden, but you still couldn't win a ring.
Shot fired.
Honestly, what Pride was
let's
getting
not
at.
fire shots then. Let's not throw stones at a glass house when you stay in the glass house. Because Houston is trash.
Hey, listen. Hey, that's true, but we have been more relevant than you guys have been in a hot minute. We are in a rebuild mode, but we have been to the Western Conference Finals against Golden State. I don't remember. When's the last time Chicago's ever seen that accolade since Jordan left? I'll wait.
And James Harden shooting 7 of 43 from the three-point line. Yeah, very relevant.
You know,
the fact that nobody even wants to play there anymore.
Hey, you know what's crazy is you guys are arguing about two teams that are neither one of them been relevant.
You're just rebuilding. What are you talking about? How about glass houses? You guys came and hold on to the place this year.
Hey, I'm out the dog.
All of a sudden, Phoenix is winning.
Hey, we was in the basement for a long time. You know, I know what those conversations are like, but y'all arguing about not getting out the basement.
Let's be honest. Nobody really expects Chicago to do anything this year. Nobody expects that. Nobody. Not even nobody.
Not what I heard.
Well, I mean, nobody in Chicago expected Chicago even to make the playoffs this year.
Well, I mean, it depends on health and honesty. Like, if they remain healthy,
with Orlando being the worst team in the league, not just your conference, the league. Calm down, my boy.
I mean, honestly, though.
If this is the NCAA tournament, Chicago would be like St. Peter's.
Jay won't let it go. Let it go, Jay. Let it go.
But Houston wouldn't have been in it, man.
Right. They wouldn't even make the tourney.
Womp womp.
They got knocked out by St. Peter's.
Look, this is all I'm saying, Rob. This is all I'm saying, Rob.
I don't want to talk about it no more, Pride.
Well, and you don't have to, because this is why it's a monologue, not a dialogue. All I'm saying is, like, I understand you're upset, and I'm pretty sure this would have happened if they were able to win one ring. Carlos Boozer was instrumental. He was important. His tenure with Chicago was great. That would have been the narrative.
No, it wasn't.
The problem was
Carlos Boozer.
Thank you. That's all it comes down to. Because you want,
they'd have made a shrine out of him.
They would have given him a statue. And you want, Jay, you want to know how I know this for a fact? You know how he's treated.
You said we would have gave him a statue.
110%. Come on now. Chicago gives anybody statues, bro. I farted there one time and the mayor hit me up, gave me the keys.
Wait. They don't give anybody. They got a bull and Michael.
Boston
gives anybody and Michael.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro.
Paul Pierce doesn't have a statue right now in Boston.
Because he doesn't deserve it. I love Paul Pierce. He don't deserve a statue.
They give everybody a statue in Boston.
That's you're smoking. Isn't LA the same place that got? Let me shut up. Anyway, as I was saying, this is all I'm saying, and I'm pretty sure everyone here will agree with me. What Chicago fans like Rob are doing to Carlos Boozer is the same treatment Cleveland Cavaliers fan would have gave Kevin Love if they never won that ring. The same exact treatment. If they never won a ring, they would have been bashing Kevin Love. They would have said he was a bum. They would have said all this nonsense.
You can argue
I wholeheartedly believe that if it wasn't for,
but I mean, but Pride, I'll say this to what you're saying, and I'll kind of be in between. I'll play devil's advocate on this with you and Rob. For Rob, I think Chicago expected a different type of Boozer, kind of like what you said, and you guys got him at a stage in his career where he didn't have no cartilage left in his knee. So I don't know what y'all expected. Like, you got to be real sometimes. And Carlos, and this is where I was going with the Al Horford. If you look at Al Horford now compared to what he was, he's scaled off, but he adapted his game to where his physical, where he's at physically. And that's what Carlos Boozer did. The thing about what Chicago did wrong when they had Carlos was, like I was saying earlier, you guys wanted him to be your number one. Period. I don't care what was going on. Y'all wanted him to be your number one. You knew Luau wasn't the number one. You knew you guys didn't have it like that. That's why the offense was ran inside out through Boozer. And remember, bro, Boozer was hitting 28 footers when 28 footers being hit by a power.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. There was a point in the league where there was only two power forwards in the league hitting 28 footers. Him and KG. Those are the only dudes who would do that, and occasionally Tim Duncan with that weird little. One-handed
Carlos Boozer was up here, like he would be like,
He came from
you know
back
what
here.
I'm saying? So,
Quack.
He came from back here.
how you doing down
Quack,
there, Ron?
He said, "Rob, another one for your
I've been
eye."
on a,
Quack.
How you doing, Ron? It's been a minute since I've been on the show with you. How you doing, sir?
I'm upset. I feel like we've given Carlos Boozer too much of our energy today. That we'll never get back.
I feel that. I feel that. That was a real statement because I don't know why we Carlos Boozer.
All right, who next want to slander Carlos Boozer? Who next? Rob, you next?
Stop kicking people out the room.
Hey, that's real.
No Boozer disrespect today.
Hey, well, look, let me do this.
That's the only reason we giving so much energy because Robert is being disrespectful.
Trash.
Hey, before we move on, we do got Ron down here, and it is MVP season. Can I get your best Jokic pitch?
Oh man, he's the PER king, and that's it. He's just the MVP by statistics. If you're looking at the numbers, then you have to lean Joker's way. But like with Boozer, Rob, if we're doing the eye test, you got to give it to Embiid. I don't care.
And I can't argue that. Pride, I don't know why you got the face. The one thing I'll tell you about Joel Embiid is the same thing that I was preaching all season about Derek Carr. This dude has been through all the bullshit going on in Philly, and he has still done him. No matter who's on the court, no matter what the trade rumors are, no matter what the freaking people in the audience are saying, no matter what's going on, Joel's giving you 30 and 15.
Woo.
5
blocks. The process.
He is the process.
Holla at me when your boy is leading his team in all 5 statistical categories. You let me know when he's doing that, because my guy is. Jokic is. When that happens, I'll consider it. Until then, I'm living my best life.
Can I ask you one question about that? Because I'm not going to argue that, because that's a super stat. That's a super stat. But let me ask you an honest question. Who has a better supporting cast?
The Sixers, and it's not even close.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. So how the hell do you expect him to have fucking leading all 5 stat categories? Thank you.
Because he's their best player.
No.
Hold on. Come on.
Whoa.
Drop the mic, Jay.
No. That's not what y'all gonna do. Y'all not gonna do that and try to pretend like you painted somebody in the corner.
No. Talking fast and a lot don't change what's going on here.
The problem with that, this is where y'all messing up. He's
Brian
got
waves that finger.
He's
It's a
got
problem.
guard help, so he doesn't need the ball in his hands as much as Jokic. If Jokic is not on the floor, the Denver Nuggets look like a G League team at best.
Trash.
This team would get swept by the Rockets in 3.
You're proving my point.
I'm gonna say that one more time.
What do you need to score? The ball.
What are you talking about?
What do you need to get an assist? The ball. Okay. So on offense, we know Jokic is going to have the ball. Hold on.
That's not my fault.
On offense, we know Jokic is going to have the ball 92% of the time.
And whose fault is that?
Usage.
But why does he need it? Because his next two best
it's not
players
about
are
why.
down.
Don't listen. I'm not trying to
reality.
knock Jokic.
No.
I'm not trying to knock Jokic.
Don't sit there and say, "Oh, with everything Joel Embiid had to go through," and then try to ignore the context for Jokic.
No, hold on.
Skip.
Hold on, sir.
Tell the full story.
Hold on, sir.
Yeah.
Did they both have injuries?
Huh?
They both are dealing with injuries, right?
Who's worse? Who got the worst injury?
No, hold on.
Hey, by the way,
I know they flipped Ben Simmons.
Can somebody fact check me, Rob? I do believe the Rockets beat the Chicago Bulls this year. I don't know if that's true or not, but a little birdie told me that the Rockets beat the Bulls this year. I don't know. Is that true?
If you just had to Google that to try to make a point,
think about this.
Proving our point. The
No,
Rockets
I wasn't Googling it. I just thought about it.
Me and Jay Ness are talking about
there's
Jokic
no other
and
way
Embiid.
around that. You
And
heard
we had,
Future
like-
Tone, right? Ain't no way around it. The Rockets are trash. Ain't no way around it.
But that means you got beat by trash.
Hey, so be it.
You got beat by trash.
So be it, my boy. But guess
Thank you for
what?
that TED Talk.
Jay, we're talking about season awards right now.
I'm saying, yo, how we
season
go
awards right now?
You know what? No, I'm with McLovin. Yo, Chicago sucks. I'm with McLovin. Let's get it.
Hey, hold on. So Sam, I saw you up there shaking your head. You were nodding. What do you feel about the Jokic and Embiid?
Somebody out there's a pretender. I'm not saying names, but somebody out there's a pretender.
Jay, we gonna mute your mic if you mention.
It's like Chicago's like the Dr. Thunder of the NBA.
Mute his
Hey,
mic.
we gonna have to mute your mic. You mute Houston again.
So to answer you, Jay, I agree that the supporting cast takes away opportunities from Embiid, so he's not going to be able to lead the team in every statistical category. It's just because the ball doesn't go centrally through him like Jokic. So yeah, I agree. I honestly, now I do agree with the fact that if Joker isn't in the lineup, they're getting beat by G League teams, but I still think though that Embiid and real quick to sidetrack a little bit, the other day you guys were talking about why he hasn't become more of a vocal leader. I don't think that's in him to be the vocal leader of the team.
He's too much of a troll.
I think we were talking about the same thing. Yeah, like with all the troll stuff, like he doesn't know when to get super serious, and even when he tries to, it's just like they look at him as the troll. So it's like
I think he's more of the silent lead by example type. Like he busts his butt and he does the things on the court, and he gets in some fights or arguments or whatever. But I just think if I were voting, and nobody should give me a vote for MVP of the NBA, obviously, but yeah, I think I'd give it to Embiid over Jokic, but I really do think Jokic is one of the best players in the league too.
Okay,
yeah.
I think
that
give it to Jason Tatum.
That's why you don't have a vote, Pride.
Defensive player of the year is either Robert Williams or Marcus Smart. Sixth man of the year. Let's see who's gonna be our sixth man of the year. I'll give it to Peyton Pritchard.
Are you just going green?
Ime Udoka, straight green for no reason whatsoever. None whatsoever. Just
nobody realized Dustin just got the award that really matters.
Right.
Who got the award?
Hey, Dustin just got crowned on national television.
Got crowned.
Right.
He just got knighted.
No, but Pride, to your point, because I don't want to disregard what you said. What you said was not wrong. Denver has a sorry team behind. Outside of Jokic and the injuries, right. But when they come back, they're solid. But because of that, I'm not gonna take away from Joel and what he's doing. And he does have a better supporting cast, and it is gonna be harder for him to lead every single statistical category. I mean, Thibault's out there killing people right now.
No,
his shooting percentages
had that opportunity.
No, he really
before
didn't,
they got James Harden, he had the opportunity.
But let's
could have said, "I want the ball."
Who's better?
That's on him.
Who's better than Tobias Harris on Denver outside of Jokic?
Who's better than Tobias Harris?
On Denver outside of Jokic?
No one.
It's Ron.
No one. You're talking about like unhealthy, right? You're talking about like
healthy, right? Like playing right now.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Thibault's like the third best player on their team if he goes to Denver. Or Thibault. I always say Thibault. But Thibault's always
probably.
You know
But again,
so
but how many times have we seen Joel Embiid demand for the ball and they give it to him? How many times have we seen Joel Embiid?
And that's why he's leading the league in scoring.
Ron, you know this. Ron, you know this.
But you know what though? If you look at their stats and you mirror them, like literally, Joel Embiid is just a better scorer. That's about it.
And yes, that's what I'm saying. Listen, in terms of scoring, yes, he's a better scorer. I don't know if he is or not.
I don't think he's a better
I just think a lot of the assists is kind of why Jokic doesn't take his
as many shots.
Well, I think
he looks
at the situation.
Right,
Joker has to be so much. Joker has to be so much for his team. Right, he can't focus on scoring.
Right, he can't just go and just score because he's got.
Because everybody would they'll just send 5 defenders at him.
I mean, this is all I'm saying. This just shows you how important Jokic is. This just shows you how important he is. He's playing the same exact way he would have played if the team was healthy. He's playing the same exact way. Yeah. The same exact. He's not doing anything different. He was playing the same way if Murray was there or not. And they're the 5th seed. I asked the question. No one ever wants to answer me this question.
76ers are only the 4th seed. Like that record is really not that much better.
But look at the Eastern Conference.
It's
1 through 4 is 1 through 4 is like a half a game.
And
no, I'm just saying it's stacked. So like them being at 4 versus Denver being at a 3 or a 4 is totally different scale.
Yeah, because
no. I'm saying that to compare their record, their actual overall record. It's the Philadelphia 76ers are 48-30. The Nuggets are 47-32. So again, you can't sell me that all this stuff like supposedly they got virtually the same record. If you put the Nuggets in the conference, they're literally like probably what, a game and a half behind Philly.
How many times did they play Lakers this year?
You know, Pride.
You said what? How many times did they play them?
I'm just joking. Keep going.
That was a good one.
It's more than twice.
Pride, I understand your
Come on, everyone's
argument,
laughing.
but you know, Denver and Philly are a lot of the same. We can't act like the Sixers weren't missing their second best player the entire season. Ben Simmons is better than Jamal Murray and the Porter kid that with the bad.
They didn't get James Harden until later.
Yeah,
that's so messed up. Michael Porter Jr. Why you gotta call him that?
MPJ.
Can we now that he brought up Michael Porter Jr., what is y'all honest take on Michael? Because I feel like Michael's hype versus Michael's game.
No, I think he's a good number 3. You're not asking him to be the number 100%.
100%. He's a great
number 3. Say that, emphasize that word role, because I don't know if we put a number next to it.
He's a great number 3.
No, what they got him for this. This is exactly why they got him. They got him so when Jamal Murray has his cold nights, you have somebody like Michael Porter Jr. who can step up, who can fill that role, get his own bucket, and still work in the offense to get his shots. That's why they kept him. They tried to do that with Aaron Gordon, but they tried to do it with him, and the guy was giving you
not Eric.
Points.
No, but
Aaron.
Aaron. No, Aaron to me saved that team. Aaron came in at that position and saved that team.
At the forward,
averaging what, 10 points?
It's not about his points,
but yes, it is, because that's all he's giving you.
Points.
He wasn't giving you defense like that.
See,
he wasn't giving you no transitional buckets. Like, you said what?
That's why Boston don't win nothing. Y'all so focused on points, man. That's why y'all don't win over there. See,
that's why they're trying to show you the first round.
Tell him, Pride.
You clearly don't even know what you're talking about, because I just explained it and it went clean over your head. So I don't know what you want from me.
And here I forgot my popcorn.
8 points, and you can't tell me that he gives you anything else, because he's never in his life been a defender ever. Rebounding, no, because when he went over to the Nuggets, he then tried to stretch the floor and be a stretch floor. Ask me a question. How you gonna rebound from the 3-point line?
No. That's what the Nuggets wanted him to do, because they had to replace Michael Porter Jr. So they were using him to fill that Michael Porter Jr. role.
And he's not filling the role, which is why they got Michael Porter Jr.
Did you watch Denver last year in the playoffs and where Aaron Gordon played like, and how he played in the playoffs versus how he's playing right now this year?
Inconsistent to depend on him.
First of all, Aaron Gordon shouldn't be in your number 2. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's number 1.
So we're gonna move on to the next topic.
He shouldn't be a number 2.
A couple ads. No, he should not be a number 2. He had a chance as number 1. Couldn't hack it. As a number 2,
he shouldn't be a number. He shouldn't be a number 1 or number 2. But what I'm saying is at that position. What?
Is he better than Jamal Murray?
Hell no.
What kind of question is
number
that?
2, Daddy-O?
You're not listening.
Dad?
I need you to listen.
You just said he should be the number 2.
No, you're listening to respond, bro. You started talking.
That's crazy.
Said number
That's
2.
crazy. I literally repeated what he said, but I'm not listening.
I'd rather have Aaron Gordon and Tobias Harris.
Then who?
Facts.
Then who though?
He said he'd see, there you go again. You're listening to respond. He said, I would rather have Aaron Gordon than Tobias Harris. He gave you the whole answer.
He said rather have Tobias Gordon and Tobias Harris.
No, he said
He said, that's what listen to.
Jay, you never listen, so I don't want listening should never come out of your mouth.
Pride.
You never listen, so listening should be the last thing coming out of your mouth.
Hey, Pride, let's go to the ads.
You're a skinny Freddy. I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it.
Skinny Freddy.
You're a skinny Freddy.
You're
afraid to do the same thing. I don't want to hear it.
Let's
Anyway,
go to the ads, ladies and gentlemen.
Pride, you really would take Aaron Gordon over Tobias Harris?
Over J. Cole, yes.
Really?
10 out of 10 times.
Yes.
It's close though. It's close though.
No, Tobias Harris hasn't had that. I don't know. He hasn't been playing like that this year, man.
He doesn't have that
I
dog
wouldn't
in
say he's
him.
been playing bad. Yeah, that's just it. He doesn't have that dog in him where he goes out and he wants to. He doesn't have that.
That's because his heart is in the music, bro. Leave J. Cole alone.
Yeah. I don't know what y'all heard about what Jay Ness said, but yeah, if he has a cold night, he kind of just like it is.
He's okay with it.
Like,
he's okay with it. He's like, hey, coach, I'm not making them today. Don't pass it to me.
That's really what he does. He literally takes himself out. Which I mean is okay because
like
Embiid,
go ahead, bro. It's
it's
not okay. He gets 30 million a year.
Thank you, Rod.
Oh, hold on.
Not okay.
It is to an extent though, because listen,
what's the
y'all
role
talking
of
about
his role was supposed
Isaiah
to be
Thomas.
more than what Maxi's role is. Maxi has jumped into that third.
But here's
role.
the thing. Can we really knock Tobias Harris for Maxi showing up on the scene?
Well, Maxi got that dog in him.
Tobias Harris for that?
Yes. Tobias Harris for being soft.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
If
Think about
Maxi
it.
goes,
Tyrese Maxey happens to play. But here's the thing: Tyrese Maxey happens to play the position that they needed most. They needed a guard the most.
Agreed.
So how can you blame him for popping off and filling that hole? I don't know, man. This whole Tyrese Maxey thing, I'm not blaming Harris on that.
One question:
because Maxey's hooping.
If Tyrese Maxey goes to Brooklyn right now, is he dominating the way he is? No. The only reason why he's dominating the way he is in Philly is because Joel Embiid. Well, that is definitely true. But to add to your ice cream bowl, there, it's Joel Embiid and who else? Besides, before James Harden got here, it was Joel Embiid and who else? No, because we just told each other. We just told each other that Tobias. Yeah, we just told each other Tobias Harris being on the phone with Southwest on a daily basis.
Nah, but I don't.
It was supposed to be Tobias Harris.
Right.
That's the problem.
He's had moments. He's had moments.
He also has those moments where you looking at him like Tobias. Like he one of those players that you get mad at. Like, dude, you're better than that, bro. Like you're better than that.
I get that. I mean, I get that, but my thing when it comes to it is again, I'm not blaming Tobias Harris for that. Only
then who do you blame?
Your mom?
I'm talking about for the whole Tyrese Maxey thing.
No, I'm blaming Tobias Harris for not being the person that he was supposed to be on his team. He was supposed to be the number 2 behind Joel Embiid. That was their thinking before they got James Harden.
Well, to an extent, because remember when they signed the contract, he was fighting for the number 3 spot. Y'all forget he was there when it was Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, when it was Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler. Y'all forget he was there.
Yeah.
This narrative that he should have been the number 2.
But then they let Jimmy go. They let Jimmy go for him to move up.
Because Tobias.
Wait a minute. I thought he was let go because for Ben Simmons.
Who? Jimmy Butler?
Yo, that's crazy. See the Ben Simmons narrative, the slander on his name. I just let y'all accidentally unveil yourself. Anyway, all I'm saying is
Pride, real quick, bro. Pride, real quick. This is my thing. Like, what you saying about Aaron Gordon is to me is that message that you sent me about Aaron Gordon should be about Tobias, because Aaron was never considered that guy like Tobias was. Aaron
was
not like that. He was in Orlando. I'll give you the Orlando scheme.
I was about to say the first year he was in Orlando, then his first when he got traded to the Nuggets.
That was it.
Right.
Right. But they said that.
But real quick, because you're right. You're going down that path. I give you that. But again, he wasn't that guy. He was in Orlando. So the guy in Orlando, you're only going to a certain level. You know what I mean? They're only expecting you to go so far. They weren't expecting him to come in and change the thing around like a Zion. They weren't expecting, they just had a number 1 pick and they used it on Aaron Gordon. Like, that's what happened to me in Orlando. Now you move him over to Denver, and now you got a situation where you got a guy that doesn't have to be the number 1. He has people around him and he can flourish with what he's doing. So that's what I saw.
I mean, sure. I don't know. It's just I feel like I'm taking Tobias Harris over Aaron Gordon,
and I can't argue with that because they're two different. They play the same position, but they're 2 completely different people. Like Aaron Gordon's gonna be down low, trying to bang a little bit, get some rebounds, a little fast, athletic guy. And then Tobias, he ain't touching nobody. He ain't banging with nobody. He's calling a foul before it touches them. And he's sitting on the corner.
I just need to fact check myself real quick because I just want to make sure because you know how sometimes like I get yelled at because
Hey Ron, you is nuggets out down there, ain't you?
You said I'm Nugget. What?
Nah, you know, Ron is
Ron.
down there. That boy got the hat, the everything.
Oh yeah,
He got
no.
that jacket, that jacket cold.
Before I put this on this morning, I looked at it and just thought of Joker and how they got to steal this MVP from Embiid and almost threw up. I was like, whatever.
Steal?
Yeah.
Steal?
I don't think, as much as I wanted Joel, as much as I like Joel, is what I should word it.
Looking back 20 years from now, it's 20, almost 50. I do not want to say, y'all remember that year that Joker won back-to-back MVPs? It just wouldn't sit right.
You don't. Then don't
That's
say
how
it
we
because
feel
it's gonna
about Steve
happen.
Nash.
Yeah,
That was worse.
Don't
That
undercut
was
me like that, y'all. Come on, man.
Hey, I'm sorry, Jay, but he stole it from Shaq and Kobe,
that one,
bro.
that one's worse. That one, in my opinion, that one's worse because here you can at least make an argument. Like regardless who wins, you can make an argument.
You can make the argument. There is a very
You
good
make
argument for Nash.
With that one right there, I don't know, man. Shaq
know,
was banging
bro.
some writers.
Wasn't one of those? What wasn't
Because
one
if
of
that's
those?
the case, then CP3 should have been the MVP one year, bro.
But wasn't one of
he
those the
should've,
40,
yeah.
50, 90 seasons?
I think that was the first one.
No, yeah, I think one of those was
And
the
he
40,
wasn't
50, 90
dominating
seasons.
like
He-
that.
I'm talking about
Wrong,
Steve
I don't
Nash,
think
right?
he did. Yeah, I don't think he did that back to back.
No, I think the 50, 40, 90 was the first one.
The first MVP year.
Which is why everyone was like, all right, look, he's doing it. You got to give him the MVP. That was like a huge talking point for the second one. Bless her heart. Yo, shout out my dude Steve. Like,
Hey,
what
don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
sitting
right.
up and saying Steve Nash is trash.
What
Steve
up,
Nash
Frankie?
was a dog, bro. He was a dog. I just don't think MVP.
Hey, yo. Yeah, y'all seen that meme where they're talking about the top 3 rappers? They're talking about Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne was like Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane.
Are you guys reading this?
Shout out my brother.
Sorry,
Gucci.
how did you not pull this up when we were talking to Jay about Houston?
He had to pull up Alexa.
Womp, womp, womp.
Oh, that's
Hey,
hilarious.
Jay needed any reason to make Houston relevant. I get it. I love Jay. God
Houston
bless him.
appreciates Jay for that.
I appreciate Jay, man. That's my guy.
I said Houston appreciates Jay for that.
They
What?
should. Hey, Jay should have season tickets next year.
Just for the way he be riding.
I think he
shit.
just needs to go to a rallies to get those, right? Because they give them away,
They
right?
just hand them out. They literally just hand them out. They're just that's matter of fact. Every time they do the rallies, and you know how they're like, "Oh yeah, the season starts," and they throw confetti. Rumor has it those are season holder tickets. That's the rumor. That's
Rockets,
everything. Bro.
the Rockets are probably playing a game. If you can name 2 starters,
Jalen Green and don't tell me, Kevin Porter Jr.
Eric Gordon.
Who?
hey, that's messed up. Kevin
Eric
Porter.
Gordon
Eric,
starter now.
Who?
Eric Gordon.
no, he said top ramen.
God bless him, man.
I ain't gonna lie though. Hey,
we're doing
Kenyon
all
Martin's
this.
son put somebody in a coffin though.
We're doing all this, and he's about to pop up Magic game.
Hey, real quick,
You
since
know what,
I
I
did
used
get
to
it,
rock
Jay get mad because when
My
you
Houston
see
Rockets are 20 games
When
behind.
you see that hand come to the screen
Playing.
like this, you know Jay is pissed.
real quick, I don't know if you guys already talked about it, but I'm sure you guys talked about the Final Four a little bit already, right?
Yeah.
What did you guys feel about the I forget his name right now. North Carolina's big.
Baycott.
Yeah, man. What did you guys feel about him, man? Because he had that injury before the game. He tried to fight through it to come in and play. He played big.
Isn't that the same injury he got the other night against Duke?
Yeah, same ankle.
He just re-aggravated it.
Yep, it's the same angle.
Yeah, I think that was big of him to come in.
I need someone to tell me why he shouldn't be drafted number 1 overall.
Who Baycott?
I'll tell you. Can I go first?
Because they love. Oh, what's that Brazilian kid's name?
Jabari.
Paulo.
Oh no, Paulo! You can't take Paulo over Baycott,
Bro. They love
Paola?
Paulo. They love what's it called? The two boys from Gonzaga, Chet Holmgren and
Timmy.
Pornstar Timmy.
They better not ever draft Timmy.
Wait, what
They
you call him,
better
Brian?
porn star Timmy.
Oh, you know about my nickname for him? Because that mustache, we call him Pornstar Jimmy. I call him Pornstar Timmy.
But you know, Chet is like a project. Like we don't. He's like a unicorn.
But here's the thing: like you call him a project, but there's just as many people who think that you can just roll him out into the league right now.
Yeah,
That's
he's
kind
a
of the weird
7'2"
part about
shooter.
it. That's the weird part about it. Where like just as many people who say he's a project are like, nah, he's good as he is, which is like,
nah. So
like,
Ron is
all that back and
1,000% right.
Now, let
He
me
is a
ask y'all
project.
this.
He can shoot the ball, but can he play defense? What will he do in transition? Will he fill the
I mean,
lane
not
properly?
a lot
His
of offensive
fundamentals,
players
I don't
play
really
defense.
see too many fundamentals in his game that are just sound, like he doesn't have to think about it. I see him thinking on the court. I see him doing things that doesn't look like a seasoned college basketball player. Now, you flip the script, and I always call the dude Payola. I'm gonna keep calling him Payola. but you flip the script, and you look at the way he handles himself on the court. His IQ for basketball is leaps and bounds above him. He's ready. He doesn't think about his plays. He reacts to what's going on the court, and his reactions to what's going on the court typically are sound. They're usually right on point. So when I look at that, yes, I see a project.
You're talking about Banchero, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can tell.
Come on,
I
man.
can tell
Payola.
you.
Payola.
I called him Brazilian. I'm dumb. He's Italian.
My co-host on Big 10+4, he was at the Duke Michigan State game, and he said that Banchero throughout the whole year he'd seen him on TV and said, you know, he looks good, but you just see him in person and he is
different,
just a different type of athlete, and said that he can run the floor anytime he wants, like is in charge of the floor, of what happens on the floor anytime he chooses. And I think you're right, Jay. I think he's more polished, he's more ready. He's probably, honestly, I see Chet Holmgren as, like you guys said, a prodigy, like a potential, work in progress. But honestly, I still haven't seen Kevin Durant played 1 year in college. You knew he was going to be something special, whereas Chet Holmgren, you're looking at, he could be okay, or he could be another Adam Morrison.
Got to go to the right system, right team.
Smoke. Sam, I love you. I call you. I'm gonna start calling you my other uncle.
Okay. Hey, I am
Adam
Uncle
Morrison?
Sam to a lot of people.
That's crazy, brother.
That's the second time we brought up Adam Morrison, man.
See,
Well,
now
the same school kind of helps too.
Which is why I don't think Gonzaga will ever win now.
I mean, hey, let me ask you this, Pride, because you brought up porn star too. Is he Andrew Morrison, like, reincarnated?
No,
it could be.
No way. Not at all.
Bro, every time I see him on the court, I just think of Adam, and I'm like, I hope nobody
I don't know
drafts
why.
him
I don't
in the
know.
top 10.
I don't understand this thing why people say that. This is the first time in my entire life. Someone fact check me if I'm wrong. This is the first time in my entire life we've knocked a kid for trying to get better. This is the first time I've ever seen it. We know he can shoot. So now he goes, let me work on my paint, like my play to the back to the basket. He does that, which is what people always say college is for, and the kid's overthinking it.
Are we talking about Holmgren?
I'm talking about Chet.
Yeah, Chet Holmgren.
Chet. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, if he's working on that, that's fine. I'm just saying when you compare, like, let's say another 7-footer like Kevin Durant in his 1 year compared to this one, they're two different players now. For their one season on the court.
Kevin Durant was NBA ready.
Easier.
Kevin Durant was NBA ready his sophomore year in high school.
Which is fine. But again, Michael Jordan had to go to school for 3 years.
Yeah.
He had to go to university for 3 years. Does that mean he's a bum?
I'm not at all saying Holmgren isn't going to be good. He's got that right now. I'm not seeing anything that's making me go, oh my gosh, he's a can't miss.
And that's the thing, Sam. I agree with you. It's not about will he get drafted. It's not about none of that. We're not talking about that. Those are locks. It's about, are they worth, like Ron said, are these guys top 2 first overall, top 3 picks? And that's where we're having these conversations. Because let's be honest, guys, we've had the best hits in the top 3 of the draft over the last 10 years.
And I'd take Jaden Ivey over Chet Holmgren.
Wow.
You can get up and leave, Pride. That's okay.
Hey, all honesty though,
and I'm not arguing.
I'm gonna do crack.
What did you guys feel about this draft class? This future
draft class
NBA
is one of the
draft
most
class?
dynamic to me.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
There's so much like not sure what they're going to be when they
Right.
get to the NBA.
Yeah,
You know,
a lot
there's
of
not that
questions.
surefire. Other than maybe, honestly, Banchero is probably the one in my mind that is most that and Jabari Smith
I was going
from
to say
Auburn.
more than Jabari.
Both of those
I don't-
guys are ready.
Dare I say I don't even think
How-
Blanchero's ready.
How
Hey,
do we not put?
I don't even think he's ready.
No,
Who?
let me let Ron go.
Blanchero?
Go ahead.
That's just me.
Oh yeah, I'm not with the Banchero either.
Yeah,
But
that's
Jabari,
just me.
I feel like we have two sure things. We know what Jabari is going to be. He's going to be a great
Yes.
3-and-D wing in the league. And I
Yep.
feel like Baycott, we know he's going to be a leader and a great defender. I see Draymond Green type trends. I feel like those are our two things that we know we're going to get. Everybody else, but
Hey,
it's like 20 other great players that you can turn into
Hey,
something.
hey guys, I'm gonna say it right now. Banchero, Payola
Payola.
is gonna be our next Mark Jackson of our era.
Mark Jackson.
Oh, that's bold to say that.
I don't
just
even know what that means.
The way he stands tall while he dribbles like Mark, the way he's able to, because Mark was so slow in the game. No matter what was going on around him, Mark was in his own freaking world at all times, and he controlled whatever was going on. His IQ was above most people on the court at the time, and he had that tenacity that just he could pull it out of him at any time. And I think that's what I see out of this dude. I don't see.
I would even go a
athletic-
step further, Jay. I think he'll be a Mark Jackson with a better game. Like he can
more to
score a lot better.
Yeah.
He's going to distribute it fine. He's going to be able to create plays. He's going to be able to create avenues to get the ball to other people, but he's going to be able to score anytime he wants to.
At will. Yep.
So I just pulled up a mock draft right now. This is recent, by the way. This is just like they just put this out after last night. SB Nation.
Okay.
I just Googled it and it was the first one that came up. So it came up because I guess they're the only ones right now who has like this new one out that's like post NCAA tournament. So they probably were working on this like for a while. They got Paulo going 1 to Orlando, Chet going to Houston.
Can we pause real quick? Can we pause real quick? Man, somebody trade for those first 2 picks, please. Somebody trade.
Well, do we want them to? Yes, but no.
Somebody don't let them go to Houston.
Well, the Lakers are going to win. Lakers are going to win the lottery, and it's going to go to New Orleans. So we're good.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Paulo's going to New Orleans. How about that?
And if
I'm
it's
okay
not
with
Paulo,
that.
I do like Chet. there too.
Don't y'all think that Jabari would be a better fit in New Orleans? I think that's the coolest part. Every team up at the top of the lottery is so specific with their needs. It's going to be so.
I think Jabari would be dope in Houston. Like,
he'd be dope anywhere.
Of course.
And Ron, I wouldn't disagree necessarily, but I guess it's who you hold as the better potential pro is whether you feel Jabari's the number 1 pick or whether you think Paulo is. Honestly, watching, I really like Jabari, but I would choose Paulo over him.
Right. Paulo can become your eventually number 1. I think
Absolutely.
Jabari will always be a 2 or a 3.
Yep.
Who'll be a 2 or 3?
Jabari
Smith from Auburn.
I think he's a 2 that could like take over games and be a 1 for you at times.
Yeah, I was waiting to see it in March Madness. I didn't
see that either. I think he's a 3 his ball handling skills were not what I thought they were.
Yeah, he's not.
He moves to a solid 2 and a possible 3. Like this tournament moved him out of the position to me.
Jabari Smith MVP.
What about the comparison of a more athletic Klay Thompson?
For Jabari?
No.
You're talking about for Jabari?
Because Klay is such a good defender, and he's been such a good defender, and he's like such a good shooter. Like I get the comparison. You're not wrong.
Poor man's version.
Yeah. I'll take that.
I think the better way you can sell that where people will bite is Jabari Smith could fill the Klay Thompson role. If you say it like that, I think that's more palatable. Because if you try to, because he's not as good as
Buddy Hield,
he's not as athletic. Like he doesn't do anything better than Klay. Just the fact that he's younger. That's really the only thing he has really over Clay.
I'll give him the Buddy Hield.
I think Buddy.
Because there's not much.
I'm more comfortable saying that.
So Pride, what's the rest? What's the rest of the top 5 of that mock draft you're seeing?
Okay, so 1 is Paulo to Magic, 2 Chet Holmgren to the Rockets, 3 Jabari Smith to Detroit, Jaden Ivey goes at 4 to Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Pacers get Duke wingman AJ Griffin.
Wow.
That'd be a nice pickup for the Pacers.
If y'all want me to go to 10, Jalen Duran is going to the Blazers. Sacramento Kings gets Shadon Sharp. The Pelicans are projected right now to get the 8th pick via the Lakers. They get Ben Mathurin from Arizona. Spurs get Keegan Murray, and then Tari Eason goes 10th to the Washington Wizards.
Wow. So what's your guys' take on what's his name? The center from AZ. What's his name? Cabolo? What's his name? Freak. Hold on. I forget his name.
No Carolina guys in the top 10. Kind of egregious.
No Carolina guys? Well, so I'm actually looking. Still looking.
No Baycott or Love.
They haven't declared yet either, though.
I was about to say I don't see anybody from UNC at all.
And they literally lost yesterday, so any new announcements
but you can't say
come
that
out today.
either. You can't even say that either.
Oh, I hope
because
they run it back. College basketball
the Kansas wingman, the senior,
senior though. Oh, he's gonna be in the draft.
Right. No, but they have another one. Another one. He's another guard. Not senior, a junior. They have a junior. Hold on. Right at the last pick, Christian Braun.
Okay,
he's from Kansas, and he's a junior.
Maybe after they won last night, he said, "I'm going to the NBA, baby." So they're like, okay.
To be fair, with UNC just losing, they're probably just like sequestering.
And you got to think of when we look at Duke, they just lost their coach. It makes sense for a lot of those guys to leave. You look you got to factor in those type of things too.
No, I'm not. I mean, talking about. I'm talking about UNC.
Yeah.
Well,
that one is like
that's another man.
You know what I mean? Because there's no one from UNC here.
So,
but
does Remy Martin get drafted, and where? Second round.
Yeah, I think he's a second rounder.
I think he'll have a good career.
He's going to be an early second rounder, probably. He's not, I mean, unless one of those teams at the end of the first round decides, hey, we can make him a good addition to our team. He's going to be a really late first rounder or early second. My thought. I have no basis other than just what I've seen.
Salud, my boy.
Gracias, Papa.
Christian Coloco. That's what I was talking about from AZ. The 7'1" dude, the center down low.
Is that the dude that groped the TCU cheerleader on the way out?
Did he? Dang.
Well, he was kind of celebrating, and he brought his hands down just as he was passing the cheerleaders and brushed upon the mid area.
It happened. It happened.
For me, I'll be honest. In a league right now where I don't know if he gets drafted.
Who?
In a first.
Local?
Yeah, I don't know if he does. Because if you really look at it, a lot of big men that they draft, they want spacers nowadays.
Yep. They want Chet Holmgren.
Basically, that's who they want. They want Chet Holmgren. That's who they truly want.
Well, think about this. Kofi Coburn's
if I'm
not going to go pro.
Somebody fact check me. Has Koloko even attempted a 3? I need somebody to fact check me on that.
You're probably not.
Shoot. He doesn't.
He can shoot like 25, about 24 feet. I've been seeing him shoot, but the thing
is that enough?
So let me ask you this. I was just talking to somebody about this because this really goes into what you're kind of pushing, Pride. I think 5 years ago, guys, anybody 6'11" or taller, you're in the top 15.
Yep,
without a shadow of a doubt.
Just because you've got height.
And now 100%. You look at our squads, and I'll start with mine. You got Biyombo, McGee, and DeAndre Ayton on one squad.
Yep.
You got AD, Dwight Howard, and what they have DeAndre Jordan and they had somebody else all on one squad at one time.
They had JaVale McGee. Take out DeAndre, put in JaVale McGee, and that's when they won the title.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that you're right, Pride. I think that they're going specific at that position. They're looking for specific traits and attributes more than they are looking for that position, like in the past.
Which is kind of like, and you said he shoots like, you know, he basically has a little bit of a mid-ranger.
Like a Kevin. He got a Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like for big men, we still grown away from that. So it's like, is that enough for a big man to just have that little mid-ranger and be like, okay, that's enough? Like,
see, the problem is if you're standing 24 feet away from the basket and you got Hassan Whiteside 7 foot away from the rim, he can make it to you in one step.
Yes.
So that's why it means more when you can say, my dude's at the top of the key, 2-3 feet behind the 3-point line. And now you got Hassan Whiteside 7 feet away from the basket. He's not making it out there.
Yep.
And he has not shot a 3.
He has not?
No.
Yeah, bro. Like,
yeah, so that, and you know what? And you're right, right?
I've only seen a couple of his games. Yeah, I only seen a few, but like that's actually one thing that the announcers, and I didn't know if I was just being biased or whatnot, but that's one thing the announcers, when I listened, would bash over the audience's head. This kid does not shoot. It's not, and I don't even know if it's like the Ben Simmons type of thing, where it's like you don't know if he can't shoot, but you just know he won't.
But honestly,
you know what I mean?
I'll take you back to DeAndre Ayton's time in as a Wildcat. DeAndre Ayton wasn't allowed to move away from that rim.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a Wildcat thing.
That's true.
DeAndre Ayton had 4 feet to a playing room.
And now look at him.
Right.
I mean, DeAndre Ayton spaces the floor. He can space the floor, but he also gives you that old school center field.
Right. So again, that could be, you know, it.
But if you think about it from the standpoint of like a Brooklyn could use them, they just need a big body there. Like so, not all teams are looking for big men that can space the floor. Sometimes
I would love to have him come off the bench for us,
which is true. Yeah, I mean, bro, you lose JaVale McGee, you bring in Christian Coloco, you guys will be solid.
Fuck is my computer acting so stupid?
That was funny. So before I get up out of here,
oh man,
where is
Jay? We don't get to do the show with you that often, man. It was nice to have you on.
I vice versa.
It was good to finally meet you. I've chatted with you enough, but haven't actually met you.
Yeah, this is our first show together, Sam. Yes, sir.
Hey, one thing I got to say about Sam, you got the voice, bro.
You got the radio.
I can hear you like on ESPN radio right now, bro.
That would be wonderful. I'd rather be on ASAP radio, right?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. ASAP radio, baby.
Sam, if you ever make
I feel like we're on the stove on Sirius Satellite right now because of Sam.
We're on Sirius XM.
Yeah. I'm saying Sam got the voice. He was like, yeah, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You know.
But I just want to clarify something right quick, because as time the reason we haven't really been talking about the draft much is just because I'm just waiting for more guys to declare.
Well, you need a draft order too. Once the lottery hits, then you can speculate a little bit better as to who is going to go where.
Right.
Right now,
you can actually kind of make a little bit of your things like even before. You know what I mean? Like,
sure, you can get an idea of these are our best ranked players, but if like Jay said earlier, or maybe it was Ron, I don't remember which one. You know, it depends on who's where. You know, if the Pelicans draft one, they're not necessarily going to take one player, because even if he's rated higher, it's always who's on the draft board.
I mean, and to your point, like if I'm Houston, I don't get a guard.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? Because you're already solid there. That's like if I'm Houston, I would go for a Chet Holmgren.
Yeah,
maybe even a Pablo, because he's a forward, so I guess you can kind of make that work. Like,
you can have a forward guard, a guard/forward.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I honestly, if there is a can't miss, and I use those in quote marks, or that in quote marks, because you never know. If there's a can't miss, I really do like Banchero better than anybody in this draft right now. I do like Jaden Ivey a lot, but I think that's maybe my Purdue homerism. But at the same time, he's a lot like Ja Morant.
He really is. He really is. And you know what? I'll say this. That build, I'm playing 2K for a second, but that build of an athlete is dangerous.
Yeah, 6'10".
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But just the athleticism combined with the strength, combined with the speed, the explosiveness. You know, I can name a few different guys that have that package. You know, you got your Anthony Edwards, you got your, we've seen Derrick Rose when he first came in the NBA. We see the Ja Morant effect that's happening. To me, Donovan Mitchell had that effect in the first 2 years in the NBA. And he's kind of died down with his explosiveness a little bit. He's turned into more of a shooter and more of a finesse player than anything, which I think he needs to get back to that dog in him. But you're right, Sam, that build is just a dangerous thing in the NBA.
We could be talking in the next 3 years that Jaden Ivey is one of the best guards in the game.
And that's scary too, because we got a lot of guards right now.
Yeah.
We got a lot. Like Halliburton. I don't know why people don't talk about Halliburton enough. Yeah. Halliburton is one of the best guards in the NBA right now. I see you shaking your head, Ron.
People dog the Kings when he
the Kings. You said the magic word.
Yeah, Davian Mitchell, he gonna be a problem. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but to Ron's point, he's on where? He's on the Kings.
What?
Oh no, Davian did get traded, didn't he?
What?
Did Davian get traded?
What?
Yeah, Halliburton got traded to the Pacers now, right?
No, yeah. Halliburton, yeah, but did Davian get traded with him?
What?
Brian, what you
What?
Hey Ron, I see you talking, but I haven't heard you talking yet.
Oh, my bad. Mic was off.
Yeah.
No, but I do agree with you though. But I have a question for y'all. With Dallas getting rid of Porzingis, and watching them since then, I love Spencer there, but it kind of puts us in a position where they need help. Like
the Mavs?
Yes. That team is missing outside of Luca and Spencer. Like, it's absent. Like, they take roll, and there's a bunch of people that didn't go to school that day. Dwight Powell, I love you, bro, but
I mean, I would have thought Tim Hardaway would be better than what he is right now.
I get it, Jay. It makes sense, but I got the Mavs going to the conference finals, so I think they're all right for now.
Who they gonna beat?
But Ron,
everybody, whoever they play in the finals, Ron.
Man, the Mavs ain't beating no Warriors, bro. Not if they healthy.
No, but to Ron's point,
I love Dallas. They're not beating the Warriors. They're not beating the Suns, and they're not beating.
I can't believe Ron actually said to go to the conference finals.
They're not beating those. They got to beat one of them to get
Dallas beat Denver. Can Luca outplay?
Yes.
Joker.
Yes, that's fine. Yes, okay, I got you there.
If the Warriors are not 100% healthy, that's who they got.
Luca can beat anybody in basketball. I'm just gonna say that.
Luca Magic.
No, I'm dead at
Dallas versus Memphis.
If I had to bet on a single player in basketball today to beat anybody, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It ain't nobody on my squad.
One game, a 7-game series.
No, I'm telling you right now. If I had to bet one player, in the NBA to beat any team in the NBA by himself, is Luca Doncic. Is Luca
7-game series? I'm talking
in a 30,000 game series.
Okay, because we saw him do it twice with the same team and not do it.
Hey,
listen.
He had his chance twice with the same team and couldn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like we get our hopes high on Luca.
Thank you.
But
Like,
he
so
couldn't
knock it
beat
off.
the
Knock it off
Clippers,
this
bro.
point.
Like
And I love Luca.
No.
I love Luca.
No.
That's my boy.
Luca couldn't beat the Clippers because Porzingis. No, Luca couldn't beat the Clippers because they got a 7-footer that was out there.
No,
shooting
wait a minute.
air balls.
Hold on, Rob. You see how it changed, Rob? You see how it changed?
No.
So now we're saying that Spencer Dinwiddie is the answer.
No, I didn't say Spencer Dinwiddie was the answer.
Is that what we said?
No, let me tell you what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, as long as they ain't got nobody on the court that's taken away from Luca, Luca could beat anybody in this.
Meanwhile, Luca led the team in shot attempts and points. He led them
it don't matter if there's 3 seconds left,
and he held them in usage percentage. But he's losing.
If there's 3 seconds touches, if there's 3 seconds left, there's no reason Porzingis should be shooting air balls, and he shouldn't even be shooting. He shouldn't even be touching the ball. And they was going to Porzingis in those type of moments and situations and stuff like that, letting situations fly out off the rim. Porzingis shouldn't even have been on the court last year, if you want to be honest with me. He was looking like a shell of himself. I don't care about his name. The dude should have been benched. He should have been benched. He was playing horrible. Luca was doing everything. And this dude was freaking up in the last fucking 2 minutes of the game.
Well,
Let's be honest.
There's a reason why they shipped him out, though, too.
Right. Arguing with Luca that he wasn't getting the ball.
He should have never got the ball.
That's what it was.
He should have got a flat basketball.
About that.
He should have got a flat basketball because it was like he was like a beverage sat out for too long. That's what his game
thought he was 1B.
This is all I know. Sam, Jay, Rob, I ain't talking to you, Ronald, because you're not friends right now. I'm gonna tell y'all. He just said he'll take Luca
over everything
to win any team. We've seen him do it 2 times where Luca led the team in shot attempts, usage percentage, minutes held the ball, and points, and
it's
he
a different thing.
Look,
I don't like Dallas. Dallas ain't my team. I'm not over here trying to like hype them up. Luca's the best player
on
in the game.
The tear right now.
So real quick,
that's it.
But he's not beating the top 3 seeds in the NBA. And the reason I say that, Ron, he has to beat one of them. He either has to beat the Grizzlies or Golden State for him to get to the Western Conference Finals.
Right. He definitely don't want no problems with Phoenix
for him to get there. Go ahead, Sam.
Question for you.
Go ahead.
From what I'm hearing is you're damning Luca for having the most shots, most points on the team.
No, that's not what I'm damning him for.
What are you damning
I love Luca. What I'm saying is, don't tell me that in a 7-game series, Luca can do it solo dolo when we've seen him go up against the same team twice where he was basically playing alone and he didn't do it.
At the end of the day, Luca has to get out the first round.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
That's my boy. I love Luca Doncic. I think in about 2 years, he's going to be 2 to 3 years. He's going to be the best player in the NBA, bar none. And it's going to be how we look at LeBron, where LeBron was number 1, and then there's just like a big gap. If you want to make that argument, I'll indulge it. I'll indulge that argument for now.
Giannis
I love Giannis, bro. I love Giannis.
Giannis is the best player in the NBA right now.
Did you watch that game this weekend?
Ain't nobody beating Giannis, bro.
But did you watch that game this weekend?
When he lost to Luca, Jay?
Yep. Did you watch that game this weekend?
So that's
hold on. Let me say this.
I'm going real quick. I don't mind that argument. You know what I mean? But I'm just
that was a perfect segue. Did you watch that game? There's no way Luca is eliminated out of the basketball game the way that they eliminated Giannis. Giannis wasn't even involved in that basketball game. He was not even involved in that basketball game. No, he was trying to be involved.
That's because he only knows the halfback dive.
I mean, maybe it's just me. I didn't know we named someone the best player on the planet based off of one game. I didn't know that.
That's all I'm saying.
I
look at Giannis' body of work, bro.
I would put Luca in the
look
top.
Look at his body of work. Look at what he did.
I'm not about to let y'all disregard.
If you disregarded Giannis, like Giannis is just like some run-of-the-mill player.
We're not disregarding Giannis. Did you hear him
talk about a guy that scored 50 points?
Hold on. Let me go back to the original. Let me go back to the original question real quick. Hold on, Rob.
I heard you, Rod.
I appreciate you, Jay.
They would out.
I want to go back to the original
blocker in the league.
Because Ron, I want you to be able to get your little.
They traded for Roddy Hudson.
So I said because you believe that the Dallas Mavericks are going to get into the Western Conference Finals. Okay. Of those, let's say it's either have to be Golden State or Memphis that they're going to have to go through to get there. What? You think Dallas can beat either one of those teams? In your heart of hearts? You think he could beat Golden State?
Unless Steph and Draymond's 100%, which they're not going to be.
Can I ask anyone here a question?
I think Giannis is a good player, but I don't think that he is technically skillfully better than Jokic. I think Jokic is a better, more skilled player than Giannis. Giannis just has a lot of really good pieces around him.
I'm a catch.
He's got Middleton, Holiday. I mean, he's got a lot of pieces around him that Joker doesn't have.
I think Jokic is the best player in the league. I'm going to catch some flack for that, and I'll take it. But as of right now,
this is just.
I believe I agree with you. I think he's great. I think he's phenomenal.
So there's no way Luca should beat Denver, right? That's 4 or 5.
No, you're out of your mind. No, because
Luca's definitely going to beat
lose
Denver.
that logic. You can't lose that logic.
So what are you
because
guys saying?
didn't the Brooklyn Nets lose to Charlotte? Does that mean LaMelo's better than KD? Do better, brother.
I'm talking about
That's
the
true.
playoffs.
That's true. That's
7-game series.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know because
But
Paul George
now you're
beat Luka
backtracking
Doncic twice in the
because
playoffs.
you
The way
Does
we
that
talk
mean Paul
about
George is better?
Joker, the way we talk about Joker, he should beat Luca in 6 games easily. It shouldn't even be close.
Oh, no, if it's just them against each other, probably. I would take Jokic.
All right. I'm ready to put my bet in Pride. Let's do it.
Because
What bet are you trying to do?
Hey, look. This
You want to
weekend,
put your bet in and not say the bet. I'm lost, Ronald.
Luca's going to beat your MVP, Joker, in the first round. Then he's going to go to the second round and beat Golden State.
And then he's going to come.
Okay, this is Pride. I'm going to give him my cash app. Ron, I'm going to give you my cash app. Y'all going to cash app me the money, and whoever wins, I will then recash app the money back to y'all. Whoever the winner is.
You get 75% of the exchange.
Okay,
Hey,
so okay.
check this out, real quick.
You're not answering the question I asked.
What did you ask?
Pride won't put no money up, though. He's too scared to put money up.
I bet with Rob twice.
I
bet with Rob twice. I bet with Rob twice.
Ask your question because I don't think nobody heard your question.
Twice. So don't give me that nonsense.
Can I go on the record real quick to say it's been about a half hour since you said we were going to play some ads?
Yeah, we were.
No ads today.
No ads today. That's
commercial
fine.
free. Commercial free. It's like Pandora. Like every once in a while, commercial free music. It's commercial free.
Hold on, Pride, because this is I'm not talking about Rocket because I just don't understand how you guys don't see Luca has flourished as the best player in the NBA.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I'm explaining why. Where we are right now, and this is how it's been for millennia. Every time there's a sport, any sport, whether it's boxing, whether it's bowling, whether it's rugby, doesn't matter what it is. When a player has dominated for so long, and then that player who was the consensus best for however many years, when he is no longer the best, for about 2 to 3 years, there's a rough patch. There is a patch of, wait, hold on, he's the best. No, wait, he's the best. Wait a minute. There's 3 years of everyone fighting for it before the dust settles, and then it goes, okay.
That's not true. Because I would give you that in certain leagues, but no. Because after Jordan, we knew Kobe was the best.
After 9 points per game?
Don't start with me.
Yep, man. I'm not.
Don't start with
I'm
me.
done. I'm done. You can go.
When LeBron
he wasn't the best player on this team because Shaq was carrying again.
Hold on, Pride. While LeBron was considered the quote unquote best, we also had D Wade's out there. We also had people like Carmelo doing this thing at that time. We still had Kobe. Like I don't know if it was unanimously LeBron was the best. Like Luca right now, he does everything. The dude, like, it's hard to sit there and watch a game with Luca in it and say he ain't the best basketball player in the NBA right now.
You say that, meanwhile, Jokic has that literally every game.
No, bro.
I would put Luka in the top 5.
You can say Embiid has had enough of good games to say that. You can say that KD has had enough games to say that. You could literally have that argument for like 7 players in the league right now.
So let me get zoning a little bit more for you, Pride, because I did leave it a little vague. So let me get a little bit more precise. It's the broken plays and what he does to him. It's the reaction to the actions of others. It's the way he handles things that are out of his control and how he controls it. It's him falling out of bounds. It's him falling out of bounds with 2 people on him and still hitting a freaking 3. It's them trying to steal the ball. The ball gets loose. He grabs the ball, going forward, falling, throws a behind the back pass to a person that's standing over in the corner that we didn't see on camera. Like, it's the extra stuff, bro. When I watch Giannis, and Giannis is one of my favorite players to watch, Pride. Like, this isn't an argument about like the best players in the NBA. I love the NBA. I like watching these guys. So it's not about like, oh, he sucks, and this is one of those conversations. But when I watch Luca, bro, it's the stuff that I look at. Because when I watch the same thing, when I watch Giannis, there's stuff I'm looking at like, man, he doesn't really dribble that well. Man, if someone could just step in front of him, he probably wouldn't be able to do this. Like, there's stuff. No, well, I mean, we could say that, but no,
there's a lot of these say that we've seen it.
No, because a lot of times those are charges, bro, and they don't call them.
Just like Luca travels, and they don't call it.
Oh God!
Right.
So don't pick and choose when you want to all of a sudden use the playbook.
He is a avid user of that Euro.
The Euro to travel?
All I'm asking, yes,
the way he does
it, that's
the
a
way he
that's
does
not a
it
Euro
is
stat.
a travel, bro.
That's not a Euro stat.
Okay.
What Luca does, and I love Luca. Again, I love Luca. But again, for people to sit there and go to Giannis and say, oh yeah, those are charges, and then all of a sudden are blind to the travels Luca does, I don't know.
Not to mention,
I'm just saying,
you guys bring up Giannis' inefficiencies, but let's not talk like Luca is the greatest defender in the world. Defense is also a part of the game.
Is he above average?
No, Rob, hold on, Rob. You're not allowed to say
above
that.
average?
You were slandering Ben Simmons.
Wait.
And I was
Whoa.
Get him out of here, coach.
Ron, are you hearing this?
What?
Defense is a part of the game.
Is he above average? Is he above average in defense?
No, Luca's not above average playing defense, bro. Luca's trash defensively.
Come on, if you call Luca Doncic a defender,
I didn't say he was a defender, but he's above average.
He's not above average. No, he's not.
Sam,
we can go out there and get past Luca, bro.
You know, Sam, maybe because I'll be honest, Sam. I
got my popcorn.
So I want to bring in because I don't know if I'm crazy. See, so when my daughter was first growing, right, and she didn't like me the first 3 months. She clawed my eye, so my cornea, I don't know if y'all see it. That glitter, that's not the light, that's a scratch. So maybe I'm just blind. Is Luca Doncic a defender? Now I'm not saying a ball stopper or
Ron, you see how they manipulated this.
How is it? You said he's a defender.
You said he's a defender.
Everything Giannis.
Okay, fine.
And I brought up what Luca can't do.
Is Luca Doncic an average defender?
He's not even average. He's below average.
I would put him at average.
He's below average.
No, I just looked up
below average defender.
I'm not saying he's an all NBA defense team, though.
So Jay, I just looked up Luca's defensive rating. It's 105.2. And that is ranked amongst the top guards that have played a minimum of 2,000 minutes. So technically,
but hold on, Rob. I'm gonna easily debunk that because didn't Steph a couple years ago lead in that same statistical category?
And a couple years ago, Steph was almost top 10 in the league in steals. Don't do this with us.
If you call him a defender, I swear to God, I'm leaving. I swear to God, I'm leaving.
See,
if you call Steph a defender, I swear to God, I'm leaving. I swear to God, I'm leaving. I'm not kidding. If you call him a defender, I swear to God, I'm leaving.
Do not.
So the only guard,
hold on. I dare you to say Steph Curry's a defender. I swear to God.
That's not what I'm gonna say.
Okay, then, so knock off this false narrative. Luca Doncic.
Steph Curry has a higher defensive rating than Luca this season. He's number 3. It goes Chris Paul, Marcus Smart,
so is he a defender?
Steph Curry,
is he a defender? I'm asking.
Devin Booker,
I'm
Luca.
for a friend. Is he a defender?
So he don't even want to.
Because last time
I'm gonna give you another second to do that.
Steph doesn't even guard the best player. He doesn't even guard the second option.
What? He doesn't have
to.
He doesn't need to on his team.
Like, right? You do your assignment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like that doesn't.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Robert.
Hey, Ron.
Get out of here.
Our
Get out of
fullback,
here. And don't
our
tell me it's
fullback doesn't
impossible
catch the
'cause you're asking
ball.
Clay to give it 25.
Our fullback doesn't catch the ball, bro.
Get out of here, bro.
Your fullback don't catch the ball.
So,
We gotta go
Pride,
get a new
for me to
fullback, my
answer
dude.
your question, I think he's to me, I see him as being an
Our offensive
average
quarterback
defender.
has no sacks
Luca.
in the year. I mean, our offensive lineman has no sacks in the year, Brian. What are we gonna do? I don't know what to do anymore, man.
I'm just saying,
I need to find a center
talk about
that
what
leads the
Luka,
league in
if we're
sacks.
gonna talk about what Giannis can do, let's talk about what Giannis can do. Right now, he's the most dominant player in the league.
What?
Embiid.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm not going that far.
Embiid. Dominant.
I'm not
And Jokic is
dominant.
going to be honest in domination.
Dominant.
He's not the most dominant.
Giannis is a dog, bro.
No, he's not. You know
Gian-
what?
Giannis
Out
is.
of everybody that we just talked about being MVP candidates, all of this stuff, Giannis has the best team to play with.
He's third in the MVP discussion.
I don't know about.
Is Drew? Should Drew be in all defense talks?
Drew Holiday?
Holiday? Hell yeah.
Okay. Is
You can make the
Giannis
argument.
in all defense talks?
You can make that argument.
Should be.
How else? Porter
Defensive
fit in
player of
with
the
that
year.
team?
Y'all know Giannis is about to get a back-to-back defensive player of the year 3 times in a row. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Probably aren't going to give it to him.
They have to.
There's nobody else. Y'all guy went down.
Unless you give it to what's his name from Phoenix.
Bridges was doing his thing, man, but
Time Lord.
they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah, with that meniscus, yeah.
Yeah, they're not
If
going
he
to
didn't mess up his meniscus, I think he would have had a legitimate chance.
But I'm just saying, bro. Let's
But
not
actually,
talk
no, not
about
really, 'cause
Giannis
he's not
like
Giannis.
he ain't one of them dudes in the league.
Dude,
bro.
but see, Rob, I'm gonna use my favorite phrase on this episode: manipulation. That's not what I said.
Doesn't like the facts that cause him manipulation.
But
I
you
said.
just tried to
Ron, is that what I said?
Luka Doncic is an above average defender, bro.
He is an above average defender.
Manipulation. You got
He is
the
above
nerve.
average. He is an above average defender. The stats prove it.
Luka and Eastern, they shouldn't even be mentioned in the same sentence, bro.
Hey, you know what? You know what's
Oh,
crazy
man.
is? You know what's crazy is, Ron?
Don't do
those
drugs,
stats-
kids.
The stats that you just said.
Don't do drugs.
If we watch these games, who does Luca guard?
No one.
Whoa.
That's just the reality of the situation.
That's the reality of it. He guards no one.
Why? Listen. Why do you? And this is the funny part. Why do you think they started calling him Larry Legend? You want to know why? Why do they call him Larry Legend?
I don't know what to do anymore.
Because Rick Carlisle did the same thing that the Celtics used to do with Larry Bird. They would let him hoop, and who was he guarding? Who was Larry Bird guarding?
Go on, Pride. You better watch it.
Literally,
Now I'm talking about Larry
no,
Legend.
it's the reality. Listen, I'm
Wait a
honestly,
minute. That's why I draw the line.
Larry Bird never guarded the best defender. He never did. If you think he did, you're an idiot. I mean that with all due disrespect, of course. He never guarded the best player. That wasn't him. Luka Legend virtually does the same thing.
You know
Difference
what's crazy?
is-
So who guards the
difference
best
is
player on the
he's
team?
electric
Who do you think?
offensively.
Who do you see that guards Steph Curry when they play Dallas? Who guards him? I just want to hear what you have to say.
Anybody but Luka.
So you don't watch it.
You clearly don't know what you're talking about because every time Steph at the ball, they do pick and rolls to get who on Steph. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
God.
They literally try to get Luka in that one-on-one mismatch ISO when everyone clears out. Do better. Do better.
Run.
Oh, let me guess. That didn't happen? That didn't happen?
So Luca's
That
out
doesn't
here
happen?
guarding. Luca must be out here guarding like I don't even know anymore.
He just
I don't
plays
even know
free
anymore.
safety. Luka's
Yeah,
out
he
here.
must
They
be.
they wait to get the ball back on offense, and then they say, "Okay,
He's
Luka, do your
Palomalu,
thing."
huh? Luca out there Palomalu in the defense.
Well, you can't call him Palomalu
I
because
just don't
Palomalu
understand.
actually
I
played
don't understand
defense.
Why, if he's that respectable of a defender,
Troy
saying he's
Palomalu
above average.
actually played defense.
if he's that respectable of a defender, I don't understand why they do pick and rolls to get Luka on the ball handler. I don't understand that. I
Because
need
that's what they
someone
teach you.
to experience. I need someone who understands basketball. Why would you get an above average defender to
In a
play
pick and roll
defense on the
situation.
ball handler? That's bizarre. That's
I'm gonna
bizarre.
say it like this.
You know the meme where you're sitting in the house, the dude's watching the house burn down.
I'm curious. I'm really.
Look,
Robert,
man,
can you explain it to me?
I can't explain it.
When's the last time we saw somebody do an ISO switch to get Tony Allen on?
You know the good thing, guys.
You know
the good thing. We are like less than.
They don't. Hey, look. They don't put Giannis in the pick and roll situations.
We are less than 2 weeks away from the playoffs kicking off.
And here's the thing.
And Luca's going to get out of the first round.
In 2 weeks, you can either call Ron out for his horrible call, or he can say, look what I just did.
Yep. No, but here's the thing. The thing is, I'm not saying Luca's not going to show up.
No, backpedal now. Listen, don't.
No, Jay, you don't even know what you said.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not wasting my time. You can go elsewhere.
That's manipulation, Jay. Because
exactly, that's manipulation right there. What Jay said, I will take Luca Doncic versus any team, like at all. That's what you said.
I will take it, and I stand by that.
I said I don't think he can do it. We've seen it twice, and it just didn't pan out.
And
he's going to get out of the first round. Fine. I don't see him beating the Grizzlies. I don't see him beating the Warriors, and I don't see him beating Phoenix. He's got to beat either the Grizzlies or the Warriors. He has to beat one of them to get to the.
And I agree with that, Brian. And to make sure that
for Phoenix either.
And let me make sure that I'm being precise. I don't think that he's going to do that this year. What I'm saying is, if I had to bet on any player in the league against a team, against playing all these teams, it would be Luca. And I stand by
I'm not even a fan of this guy. I'm not even a fan of this dude. But I would rather put my money on Giannis than Luca in that situation.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I would rather do that.
The only reason that I don't
look what the Giannis only reason and I'm not even a fan of his.
The only reason why I don't put my money on Giannis is because before Drew Holiday, they couldn't get it done.
You got a point. I would give you that. You got a point. Because Drew was a great pickup.
That was the pickup. That was the piece.
I give it 3 years, and then Luca's going to need help.
Wow. Luca needs help now.
Yeah, he needs help. Everybody needs help.
He can do it by himself. I thought
everybody needs help. What I said was, if I had to bet on one player in basketball to take on a team, any team, it would be Luca, and I still stand by that.
And Jay, I get what you're saying, but I think with Giannis, it was more so with Drew's defense.
Yeah.
He's a better defender than a Eric Bledsoe. So you have to look at it from that standpoint. Giannis didn't need help in the scoring department. He's actually become a better scorer. You got to look at some of the games last year.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton didn't even show up for some of those games.
Not at the same time.
Are we not watching the same game?
No, we're not. No, we're not, baby.
But Rob, it was never at the same time. It was
yes, it was
at the same time.
What game? Hold on, I will go back.
A couple games against Brooklyn, they didn't show up. A couple games against Phoenix, they didn't show up. Chris Middleton had one good game, bro.
At the same time, in the same game?
Yes, bro. At the same time.
One or the other.
Him and Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, neither one of them showed up in a lot of games.
And to me, it was one or the other. It was either one or the other. It was either Chris Middleton wasn't there, or it was either Drew wasn't there. But again, to what we both said, to me,
Celtics suck.
to me, I think at the end of the day, what you said and to my point was Drew Holiday came in because he can't guard everybody. And the thing to me about that separates Luca and Giannis versus on the Rambo standpoint is Luca can hit any shot on the court.
He can.
Any shot on the court.
That's true.
And Giannis is traditionally not a great shooter. He's a volume shooter.
I mean, I can't.
He's not a knockdown shooter, bro.
He's not Steph.
He got times where he can get hot, but Luca is a volume shooter. He's gonna get enough shots to make it look good because he's the only.
I think we're gonna say this. Luke is a little more versatile on the scoring front than Giannis is. Giannis is a little bit more one-dimensional. He's a low paint scorer, not so much in the outside perimeter. So I think you get a little bit more of Luca in that aspect.
Yeah, but if we're talking about overall player, I'm going to take Giannis over Luca because there's also a thing called defense.
I hear you.
Game doesn't just stop on the offensive side of the ball. What made Michael Jordan?
But I think you're going to watch this. I think you're going to see this.
What made
Hey,
Michael
Rob,
Jordan
I think
so
you're gonna
great?
see this.
The
If
fact that
Phoenix,
he can kill you offensively and then turn around, not let you score on him.
True.
yeah, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I think if you see Phoenix and Milwaukee, I think Phoenix now has the answer for Giannis with McGee and that Bianco guy or whatever, Biamaco or whatever the fuck his name is.
Biombo.
There you go.
Biombo.
There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
I think between those two guys, now they have the answer for Giannis, and now you're going to see Phoenix beat
I
Milwaukee
don't
in the
even think
final.
that, because if you're gonna try to put your center on Giannis, that's still not a recipe for success. You have to
It's not,
build
it's
a
not,
wall
putting, it's not
against
putting
Giannis.
your center
I don't know,
on.
man.
You
Hey,
have to
Phoenix,
build a wall
look
against
him
Giannis.
good.
You don't play your center
They're not
one-on-one
doing that to
against him.
stop Giannis.
They
Hold
tried
on.
to do that with DeAndre Ayton last season, and look what happened to
They're
him.
not doing it to stop Giannis. It's just a foul trouble. That's what it was, bro. It's
Go ahead,
just a foul trouble. Go ahead, Sam.
Sam,
I'm raising my hand like a good student here. So, J-Ness, I'm gonna kind of give you a boost on this statement I'm about to make, because Pride said, Doncic has been kicked out or eliminated from the playoffs 2 years in a row or 2 times in a row. He's got to show something. 6 straight years Michael Jordan was eliminated from the playoffs, 3 of them in the first round in a row.
Good. Fuck him.
So no, I'm just saying, even the best takes time
Hey, Brian,
to develop into that player that can start
But Sam,
winning.
I'm not
winning.
saying. But here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Let him finish.
you
Let him
can't.
finish.
Brian, watch your
He
mouth.
just finished. Did you finish him?
Yeah, I'm
Thank you.
pretty much
Made
done
him.
there.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So, okay, Sam, would you like to continue on your point?
No. That was essentially. I was just going to ramble.
So you
a
were
little bit,
done.
probably.
Okay, cool.
You got to put hole at the end of pride hole.
So Sam, here's the thing. I'm not saying he can't ever be that guy. That's not
I
what I'm
think Sam just dropped the mic on Pride, and
Let me
Pride
ask
didn't
you a
realize.
question, Sam.
Pride hole.
I'm not saying that you are either.
And we
I
just
don't
created
know.
a new
I just want
word.
to clarify. Just in
Hey,
case.
Jay
Do
just
you
created a
believe-
new word.
Do
You've been
you
a pride
believe
hole.
this year? Do you believe this year in a 7-game series, Luca Doncic by himself can win a series?
That's what
This
he-
year,
Yes.
coming into
And
these
what
playoffs.
he said.
Yes. I believe he can. Yes.
I'm not talking to you.
This year.
The fact that you got to hesitate lets me all
No. But
everything
see,
else.
the reason why I don't
Period.
follow the NBA near enough to make a
So
snap
then just say no.
judgment.
Just do me a favor. Just say no.
I can't say no. I can't say yes though.
Oh, no. I'm asking you a completely unrelated question. I just texted it to you. Just say no.
No.
Nah, man.
Okay, so Sam is on my team, so Luca
Oh.
Doncic can't do it. There we go. You just got baited. Let's go, baby. This is all I'm saying. I don't think Luca could do it this year. I don't. I personally don't. Now, and like I said, in 2 years, when I believe he will be the best player on the planet by far, I think he'll be able to do that. But to say he could do it this year, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, we'll see. We got 2 weeks. We got about 2 weeks.
And he's probably going to get out of the first round. That's not my worry. First round is really not the concern for me.
By himself.
It's the second round, which he's probably,
by himself.
depending on how everything goes, he's probably going to have to play. Probably going to have to play Memphis the way everything's going. Oh, actually, no. He's probably going to have to play Golden State.
Yeah.
He's probably going to have to play Golden State next round.
The Western Conference is so stacked this year to me.
No, it's not.
I think so. I mean, bro, you don't think that Phoenix, Golden State, and Memphis are all hella strong in title contenders? Like serious title contenders?
Serious title contenders? No.
Who not then, Pride?
Golden State and Memphis.
Come on,
both of them.
I think both of them. I've been consistent with this. I think this is Phoenix Suns. This is their year to win. If they don't win it this year, then they're never going to do it.
And I agree with that. But at the same time,
I agree with that.
I'm explaining why with Golden State, and I'm explaining why with Memphis.
I'm listening.
With Memphis, I just think when it comes down to experience, those gritty few moments in the playoffs when they need to get that win, I just think they won't have enough.
Even though they're 18-2 without Ja.
1,010% because they're 18-2 in the regular season. Now, you throw that out, they play different without Ja. That doesn't mean they're better.
No. They're not winning without Ja.
I'm just saying we got to differentiate those.
No, I agree with that.
Morant, they win without him, but it's because their style of play is different. But you cannot. You're not gonna.
They're better with him though.
Yeah, 1,000. Without Ja Morant, they could probably go. Oh, they could probably be great in the regular season, no problem. Playoffs, they'll
be old school Toronto.
100%. So with John Morant, I think this is just a year where they have great experience, where they could just kind of build.
This was their coming out party.
Right. Like I think next year they'll make more noise, and I think within 4 years they'll win a ring.
Oh, well, you know what though? I
100%.
will agree with this. That experience in the playoffs is a different animal, boy.
And that's why I believe this Memphis team is just gonna like. I'm not gonna say break down. I just think what's gonna end up happening is like those few moments for some reason it's gonna feel hard on them, and then they're gonna end up losing. So that's why I think about Grizzlies.
Now talk about Golden State.
Now Golden State, simple consistency. We can't sit here and bash the Chicago Bulls for being injury prone and give Golden State a pass.
That's true.
We need to be honest here. And again, it's the same thing. Going to the playoffs, I understand Jordan Poole's been balling his mind out. Playoffs is a whole different animal now.
Once everybody's healthy.
That's what I'm saying. When everyone's healthy, he's coming off the bench again, and he's not, you know what I mean? Like these 30-point virtuosos he's dropping.
I would start him over Andrew Wiggins.
I wouldn't, because
I would move Clay to the 3.
Now you know. I wouldn't do that. I really wouldn't.
Especially now in today's game, it's positionless basketball.
To an extent.
But who's a real dominating 3 in the Western Conference? Besides Luca.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I look at Luca as a 3 more than
it doesn't matter, because who's gonna have to guard them?
That's true.
It's gonna have to be. It doesn't matter if it's 1 through 4. Who's guarding them? It's gonna have to be Clay. If it's not Clay, then Clay's gonna be guarding the second option, which
and
is
then
still
Draymond's gonna be guarding.
Exactly, but it's still gonna be putting something on him. So with those injuries, you couple all of that, and again,
they said Wiseman not coming back.
He's not coming back at all. So now it's another judgment. So it's like you couple all that stuff.
The only thing I worry about Golden State I always worried about is that lack of size. Because when you do play the Phoenixes and the Grizzlies of the world, they are bigger than Golden State.
Yeah, but you also got to remember, like, you know, they're kind of just.
That's where Wiseman would have really come in handy had he not been hurt.
Yeah, like
100%.
That size has always been a problem with Golden State, even when KD was there. It's just that they can score so much, it didn't matter.
Right.
But now,
and again,
you don't have that dynamic scoring from KD, and you're putting a lot of stress on Steph to score the ball, especially if Clay can't get hot.
Right. And that's just why for me.
But on the flip side of that coin, this is the core that has won championships. And
same core who hasn't played together in how long?
I get it, but
same core that hasn't.
They can come together and
you say that, but then the few games that they've been together, they've been looking shaky.
It ain't the playoffs yet. It's a different animal, and it's an animal that they know.
I don't know, man.
They know the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, to an extent. Don't forget,
they
last
got
time they were in the playoffs,
3 rings out of 5 final trips.
They got 3 rings, 2 of them with Kevin Durant. He's no longer there.
Yeah.
That matters.
Well, he got his own problems going on with Brooklyn.
That matters. But I mean, if you really think about it, look, top to bottom, I think every team has some type of question mark outside of Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like if you go over to the Eastern Conference, Brooklyn, God knows what's gonna happen with them, right? You don't know what's really gonna happen with them. The way they're playing, they could get bounced in the play-in.
That's true.
That's now becoming an actual reality now. That's becoming a legitimate reality, right? Atlanta, boo. Cleveland, boo. Charlotte, boo. Okay. Raptors, boo. Bulls, see what I said about Golden State. The injuries is just very concerning. Philadelphia 76ers. Not only has Joel Embiid shrank in the playoffs occasionally, you're now number 2 is James Harden.
And we know what he does in the playoffs.
And now this is something we're not really talking about. As much as I'd like Tobias Harris, we've all agreed he can't step up and fill that number 2 because they gave him the option. He didn't do it. Yeah. He's still giving you respectable numbers, but not number 2 numbers.
You know, J. Cole's Harden's in music.
Right. So you got that. Then you got Milwaukee. I'll be honest with you. I don't. A lot of people are knocking them, saying they're really not that good. They kind of just.
Hey, you can't count Milwaukee out though.
But again, I still got question marks for them. I think
that question
going into the playoffs is Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton again going to repeat what they did last year, where they just all of a sudden disappear. You got to put an APB out for them.
Yeah.
Are they going to do that? And if they do, can Giannis again do it back to back? Those are legitimate questions. Boston, as much as I love my Celtics, but let's be honest here. Time Lord being out, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad. And then the fear I have with Boston is, yeah, we're on a roll now. In the playoffs, if we get punched in the mouth, what are we going to do? Are we going to shrug our shoulders and step up and continue to hoop? Or are we going to do what we did the first half of the season and roll over? That's a legitimate question because, like you said, Rob, playoff is different. So if we get punched in our mouths in the playoffs, how are we going to look? And then Miami Heat. You got Jimmy Butler as your best player. LOL. That's all I got to say about that. So everyone really has a question outside of Phoenix. And before anyone says, oh, what about Chris Paul? Chris Paul got hurt. How did they look with Devin Booker being their guy? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
They didn't even make it to the dance. They didn't even make it to the playoffs.
You said what?
I said they didn't make it to the playoffs when Devin Booker was the leader.
What did they do this year, though?
No, you said what has Phoenix done when Devin Booker was the guy?
Well, I'm talking about when he was out. When Chris Paul was out.
Oh, they still did their thing. They did. Oh, I told you, my Devin Booker.
No. Go back to your corner. Go back to your corner, Robert.
Hey, no pride. No, you go to your corner.
I'm already here.
And screw Boston.
Hold on. In 2 days, in 2 days, we play y'all. Hold on. Where is it? Okay, in 2 days. In 2 days, we play y'all. Okay. Wednesday.
I don't care.
Right here, right now, $20.
What? Boston versus Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, shake on that.
Easy, $20.
And don't wait until another bet to pay me my money. Just pay me my money.
Dang! He's gonna bring a Johnny kneecaps on you.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I had that Duke game in my back pocket because I knew I was gonna bet against Duke, and I knew you wanted it. So I was like, shit, if I lose,
hey, I can't turn down no bet against you now because that's our thing.
That's our thing, 100%.
That's our thing. We got it. Just
let me know. Somebody better start cash out some money, or I'm gonna start breaking out Johnny kneecaps.
Look, with all the cash app fraud going on, I try to just use Zelle. I'm telling you, if one more person come in my inbox and say, "What's your Cash App name?" I'm feeling generous today. I'm gonna lose my shit.
This has been ASAP in the morning. Thank you to everybody who's here. I know Dustin had to take off. He said he got to take care of his little girl, which is obvious. Do your thing. Do your thing. I know there's guys out there who abandon their kids because parenting is too hard, then they accidentally knock up another broad.
Hey, you know what? Before we end, man, we got to give a shout out to all the ASAP fathers out here, man. You guys are
the real fathers. The real fathers.
You guys are leading by examples of what men should be doing. You know, so 100%. Shout out to y'all, man.
I say this. I don't care what it is. I'm a dad first. I'm a full-time dad first. That's it. Full-time dad first, and then I don't care if I work 80 hours a week. I don't care.
Even if you have a fur baby, you got to take care of your babies.
You already know what it is. You know what I mean? By the way, I just want to reiterate one final comment. Frankie, you're an idiot. You're fat. You're got a fucked up hairline. Yeah. I'm gonna say that. Sam, always an honor, always a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
I love having you here. I'm gonna learn more about you. So I can just insult what you like. So I can get a rise out of you. By the way, I don't know if you know, that's my new gimmick. That's the new thing I do. I don't know if you met Greg yet. He's as monotone as there is. Just so calm, so zen.
But I started bashing
Kansas City. I started bashing Kansas City. One time. He started punching his desk and everything.
Don't you talk about Mahomes.
Here's one thing you've got against you on this, Pride, though, is I am a lifelong Chicago Cubs fan, and for the first 37 years of my life, I took disappointment and ridicule, and there was nothing I could do about it. And now it's like, you can't faze me much.
You're right. Well, you know what? I applaud you, Sam. Loyalty is a real thing. You know what I mean? The last person I knew who saw disappointment and ridicule was my father when he saw me and he left. God knows where he's at, right? So you're a real one for rocking with your team. Loyalty still exists, if not.
Hey, let me tell you something, Pride. Those three franchises, I believe, garnish the most loyalty. It is the New York Yankees, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Chicago Cubs. I am telling you right now.
You got
those three franchises, I don't care win or lose, they showing up.
Oh, yeah.
You got to throw the Jets in there, too. I've never in my life, I've met so many Jets fans in my life. They'll lose, and they'll go,
how about them Jets?
Not
and
even.
And then next week, it's like,
yes, like they're like, come on, let's go. And then when they lose, they're like, they bullets.
I don't know what it is, bro. It's something about Yankees fans, Cubs fans, Cowboys fans.
Well, because
I tell you, their loyalty is unmatched, bro.
Well, it's because they're dumb.
Hey, wait a minute now.
Well, outside of you, Jay McLovin, because you're like the 2% of Cowboys fans that's like, you know what? We got flaws. It's rough.
Yeah.
Like if you talk about Dallas with Jay McLovin, you will get legit responses for about 20 minutes. After a while, he gets mad and he goes, "What's your team?" you got a 20-minute window with him where you can ask all the questions and he'll give you legitimate answers. And then after 20 minutes, he's like, "What's your team?"
Hey, look, my skin is always so thick, man. It's always so thick, Brian. I'm not quite like Rob over there. You know, Rob's got some pretty super thick skin. I got medium thick skin. It only lasts so long.
And again, when it gets there, he's the exception. Usually when you get to a Dallas Cowboys fan, they start saying, "Oh yeah, Zeke is great and Dak Prescott's top 5." Like
top 5. Oh no, don't forget Tyreek Hill is the top 5 receiver. Don't forget that.
I had someone tell me that he's a good route runner. I was like, yeah.
If that route's a streak.
Bro, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, he runs slants," and I'm like, "He runs slants when the cornerbacks are slouched off him with safety help over the top." Because he has a wide open thing, and his slant is the laziest slant ever. He does it, and the corner's just like, "Oh, a slant. Let's run up." Like, the fuck?
He runs more of a round.
Yeah.
Slant's gotta have a slant. Literally has to have.
He runs an arc
to it.
He runs an arc.
There we go.
I'm gonna tell you right now. He like the route they do now is called pride stomach because it's so round. The circumference is like my stomach. That's how round it is, brother. Like it's tough. And I had people yell at me for this. Sam, matter of fact, Sam, this is gonna be the last thing I want to do with you.
Okay.
Where's my list? I had a list. Hold on.
Oh goodness.
Oh, the list of casuals.
No. By the way, Sam, do I
Yes.
have your permission to have your name down? I'm starting a petition to ban casuals from talking about sports. And when I get enough names, this is real life, by the way. You think I'm joking? Hold on.
No, it's a funny topic. Sorry, I'm laughing at the topic because I can totally see that. Yeah.
No, you think I'm joking?
Nope, not at all.
This is real life. This is real life. Can I put your name down? These are the list of people that we're banning casuals. We're banning casuals, right?
Yep.
And when I have enough lists, I'm sending this to Congress.
So we can get an official act of Congress.
We're gonna get an official, we're infiltrating the government. Can I put your name down?
Go ahead.
God.
See, and this, I meant to be official. His date. That should be April. LOL. 4/5/22.
There we go.
I appreciate you, sir. There are many people who are afraid to do this. You are a hero. So I just want to throw that out there. I'm not joking, by the way. The instant I get enough names, I'm sending this to Congress for making it legit. All right, Sam, I want to play a game with you.
Oh, goodness.
Because I play this game with everybody else. So I just want to make sure I'm not out of my mind.
Okay. Well, about this, anyways, right?
About this specific topic. Yes, this specific topic. Because what's more annoying? Cowboys fans and people think Tyreek is a top 5 receiver.
I don't know. It's neck and neck.
No, well, here's the thing. At least with Cowboys fans, you're at least being somewhat loyal to your team. If you say Tyreek Hill is top 5, that's just
you just
idiotic.
don't know football.
That you don't know. So I'm gonna ask you, Sam.
I'm
gonna list you some receivers, and I want you to tell me who you would take: Tyreek Hill or the receiver I named. All right. All right. Devontae Adams. Okay, that's one. Cooper Kupp.
Oh, Kupp.
Deebo
Samuel.
Okay. Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase.
Now we're talking right now, like the players
right now,
as they are right now.
Yes, right here. I'm not talking about no projections. Right here, right now, heading into the new season.
Okay, see, that was what made me think about.
Oh yeah. I'm not talking about career. I'm talking about right here, right now.
Okay, next one.
All right, so you had Devontae Adams, Cooper
Kupp,
Jamar
Chase. You left off
Jamar
Chase.
Oh, Jamar Chase in a heartbeat.
5
heartbeat.
Stephon Diggs.
See now maybe.
So you'll do
then
Hill. Right there?
I'll say Hill for that one.
You say Tyreek Hill? Okay. All right.
Over Diggs, just because Diggs is more older too now. Okay. So I would say Hill over him.
All right. Hunter Renfrow.
I'd take Renfrow.
That's 6. Or no, 7. Yeah, it's 7. No, 6, because you say you don't want this dude. DK Metcalf.
See, now the head games with Metcalf is what I still take Metcalf.
Metcalf, 7.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett.
I would take Hill.
Okay. Chris Godwin.
By
the way, we're at 8 now. So we're past 5. Just want to throw it out there. AJ Brown. 8. AJ Brown? Okay. That's 9. Terry McLaurin.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, he's from
the receiver for Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
That would explain why.
Right, yeah, right. Yeah.
So by default, I take Hill over him just because I don't know.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, I take Hopkins over him.
Okay. So just throwing out there, we're now at 10. By the way, I have disqualified Michael Thomas because we don't know where he's going in the next season. Right. I don't know what's going on with him. So I just want to disqualify him. Just throw it out there so that way he don't get mad that I missed one. Okay. Jalen Waddle.
You don't even have to play the game anymore. That's
no. We're gonna keep going. Oh, we're keeping going. Jalen Waddle.
I'll take Waddle.
Okay. 11. Mike Williams.
Mike Evans.
Keenan Allen,
is that what you said?
Yep, Keenan Allen.
If I'm not mistaken, he's pretty decently tall, correct?
Correct.
Yes, that's why I take him over Hill.
Okay. Mike Evans. Okay. Brandon Cooks.
At this point, Hill?
Okay.
Yeah.
As presently constructed in your list, he's the 15th best wide receiver in the NFL.
I wouldn't argue that. With Tyreek, I've never. I mean, he's a great returner, and he's fast. I mean, I can compare him in his offensive production and return stuff. Devin Hester-ish.
Just
hell of a returner, got blazing speed, but doesn't run a route very well. And I'm sorry, if you're a good route runner, it doesn't matter how fast you are. You can get yourself open.
If you don't believe me, Jarvis Landry is bro, he had like the when he ran his 440 or the 40-yard, he had like one of the worst in the wide receiver class.
Mm-hmm.
But the guy can run a route.
Yep. Hey, look, this is what I kind of liken it to. When I've always been a big dude, okay? So like all through high school, I was in the 250, 260 range my whole life. Mm-hmm. And especially through high school. I never once got thrown out stealing a base in baseball. It was because I am tied for the school history of best base stealing percentage.
Well, talk your stuff, Sam.
Because I could read the pitcher and know when to steal it off the pitcher.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what that is? It's called technique.
Yeah, and Hill is lacking very much in that.
Hill is a track star. Hill is a track star with hands.
There we go. Yep.
That's just what he is.
And sometimes his hands are questionable.
And that's not to say he doesn't have value either. That's not to say he does not have value.
I'm not saying he's a bum. I'm
no.
not.
I was just shocked when you look at the experts, and they were like,
they're not experts. Let's be honest, bro.
It was just like they were like calling like they literally did like a top 10. I'm like, dude, Tyreek Hill is not a top 10 receiver. Nobody's saying he's bad, but I'm just saying when it comes to the actual position of wide receiver, he's not top 10.
And with that said, the Dolphins very much overpaid for him.
They did because you know why? It's like how when you go to a restaurant, Like you can go to a Longhorn or you can go to a Michael Jordan's restaurant. You're gonna pay more for the name.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was. Tyreek Hill, he does have a name. He's a household name.
Yep.
And I think that's why people keep him in the top conversation about, oh yeah, you know.
I just wonder if Tua can actually hit Tyreek Hill, given his fast and how
The way
far he's
that
going to
Pat
run.
Mahomes did. That's the
Well, here's the question.
man.
Here's the question. Are they going to give him that opportunity? That's really the question, because if you watch how they coach him, the plays they call, it's very tentative. It's very, oh yeah, you know, let's just, and it's like eventually you're going to have to open up the playbook to see whether or not we can trust this kid.
Yeah.
Eventually you have to do that, whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and with Tyreek Hill, he's getting older, so he's going to slow down.
Yeah.
And he's not going to go up in that list, in my opinion, anytime soon. He's only going to start going further and further down. And it's serious, because you've got to open that, like you said, you got to open that playbook up for Tua to be able to throw it. And because if you don't, you're going to lose your best receiver, especially since you just traded Parker away.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know this is a conversation for another day, but I just feel like the league is still trying to get used to those versatile quarterbacks, to these quarterbacks that can run. Mm-hmm. I still think that they try to limit them instead of letting them play the position the way that they play it. Like, I get it that this is the NFL, but still, he didn't get here by being tentative. You get what I'm saying? Like Lamar Jackson, the Tuas, the Jalen Hurts of the world, they didn't get here by being tentative, by being quiet. Like, you have to let them play their game. You have to let them do what they do.
But at the same time, I do see it as a necessity, at least for a year or so, because the NFL is such a step up from college games.
Oh, it's definitely a fast.
So you've got to give them at least a season, if not maybe two. Yeah. But you've got to open it up.
I give them. This is how I would do it. I would start off first and foremost with rookie year. Do whatever made you successful in college. Let's just get you used to just the pace of the game, how things are like. We just want you to get used to that, right?
Yeah.
So we just want you to get comfortable. So your rookie year, you at least get out there and say, you know what, I got the experience under my belt.
Yeah.
Year number two, that's when it should be a hybrid. You are now going to start incorporating some things, and you're going to start saying, all right, look, we're going to need to start to develop something for you. We're going to start off with the simple playbooks to let you get on a pace and let you get comfortable out there. Then we're going to switch to something more complicated, something that we're going to end up running in the future. Year three is when you open up the playbook. That's when you look at them and say, this is everything. You are no longer doing any of the easy stuff you did.
You're not a baby anymore.
You're not a baby. You've been here for 2 years. We're opening up the playbook. You need to learn it, and you need to do this. You know, this is what you need to do, and we go from there. So way.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead, Sam.
I was just gonna say, honestly, if I were drafting a quarterback as a GM, I would love the opportunity to sit him on the bench for 1 year.
Yeah.
I know that ideal because that gives him the chance to at least study the game mentally, go through reps, but seriously, just say, you know what, we're going to be a dumpster fire this year. We don't want to run the risk of you blowing your knee out, not being able, whatever. Give him 1 year, then start doing exactly what you said there, Pride. So maybe after year 3 then. But we all know a lot of franchises, when they draft a quarterback, we need a quarterback right now. Yeah. They're not wanting to wait.
And that's the problem with that too, is like,
I think that's one of the things that helped Aaron Rodgers. Honestly,
no, exactly.
As much as I hate it being a Bears fan, I think that was his best
to watch Brett Favre
sitting for 3-4 years before he even took a snap in a game that he was the starter in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, which is smart, because think about it. Like, I just think what it comes down to is, maybe it's just me, but I think people have been spoiled with the Joe Burrows of the world, the Deshaun Watson, Justin Herbert.
Everybody's trying to capture that lightning in a bottle.
That's what they're trying to do. Everyone wants to find that. And it's like, you need to understand
building.
Exactly. It's like, understand something. Yeah, if you get Tua Tagovailoa, you're not getting the dude who's going to come out. I get that. But what's the difference if you end up playing his rookie contract outright? You're now comfortable giving him an extension.
Yes.
And let's say you're now comfortable with him. You say, all right, Tua, 5 years, let's get it. Now we're going to pay you adequately. You know what I mean? We'll give you the option where, we'll give you a team option so that way you can back out, so that we can pay you more money or restructure, whatever the case may be. But me personally, I don't think a quarterback should enter the final year of his rookie contract,
which is 4 years, correct?
4.
Yeah.
Which to me tells me one of two things: either one, you're on the Baker Mayfield side of things, and they don't like you for whatever reason, whether it just be your play, whether it be your leadership, whether it be you grabbing your nuts when you were in college. Maybe it's just I don't know what it is, but they don't like you for some reason. Or B, they don't want you because you can't play.
Mm-hmm.
It's really it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're entering your final year of your rookie contract, they don't love you. Let's just call it what it is. Like Lamar Jackson, they don't love you. Because if they did, they would have paid you.
They like you, but they're not ready to commit.
Right. You know, and that's just the sad fact of the reality. But, you know.
If Lamar Jackson, the year that they were the 1 seed, if they get to the conference championship or the Super Bowl, is he re-signed already?
He's re-signed that night.
You think so?
Yeah. If they make it to the AFC championship game, he's re-signed before he takes a snap.
Yeah.
And I 110% believe that.
Yeah.
I think with the Ravens, I think the Ravens are just pissed off that they have to guarantee now the full contract because of Deshaun Watson, and that really is their biggest hang-up. They say they want to sign Jackson, but Jackson basically is not talking to them right now about signing, and they don't think they're going to get a deal done before the start of the year.
Yep. And again, it's just really, it really kind of is a shame, because at the end of the day, now when that doesn't happen, and because I believe this, if they don't give him that extension and he becomes a free agent, he's not going back to Baltimore.
No, he's already ticked that they haven't re-signed and extended him, so he's not going to give them. He might listen to him, but to use that offer as a sounding board for the others.
I think the only way he does it is if he goes and says, you know what? You guys have to give me. Remember what they gave Patrick Mahomes? Eclipse it. I think that's the only way he'll consider it. Where like he's the highest paid, and it's just a massive gap. I really believe that.
Yeah.
But according to Lamar Jackson's tweet, though, he says he's not leaving the Ravens, that he loves being in Baltimore. So
well, yeah, I mean,
he's got to say that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Deshaun Watson.
He doesn't unless he doesn't want to go anywhere else, because you know what? Any other franchise is going to see that and say, this guy's saying this about his current one. What's he going to do when we tick him off?
No, I doubt that. No, I don't think so. I don't even think it's that. I think it's the play.
Well,
I don't think any other. Do you know what I mean? I don't think any other team.
My point is, I don't think he had to make that tweet at all. I think he could have just been quiet.
Yeah, he could. I'm saying he had to, and is if he was going to say anything about Baltimore, he had to say 100%. He loved it. And
if you're going to say anything about it, you have to say that.
Yep.
Because let's be honest, if I'm not mistaken, Sam, fact check me, make sure I'm not wrong here. The Ravens can pay him more money than any other team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's similar to like the NBA and stuff. Yeah,
right. Where like the team that you're with, they can actually offer you more money. Like what Patrick Mahomes got from the Kansas City Chiefs. If he were to leave the Chiefs, no other team could give him that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm searching it right now
because I just want to make sure I'm not wrong, because I'm almost positive that's what it is. I'm almost positive.
What I'm seeing right now, when released, that's not
obviously
for.
Go ahead.
I'm not finding it right off the. Yeah, I'd have to do a little bit more deeper of a search. I think I have to think about my wording a little bit better.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But I think you're right. I think it's much like the NBA, to where they can offer more money, and it won't count as much against the cap compared to if they sign with as a free agent. Then like it hits more of the cap that way.
Right. Yeah. So that's what I think it is. So
yeah.
So if the Lakers lose and the Spurs win, Lakers would be eliminated from making the play-in. I want them to make it so bad. I really do.
You want them to make the play-in?
So bad. And I
So
want them to.
Would it be more insulting for them to make the play-in and lose than to not make the playoffs? Is that what you're thinking?
No, well, a lot of these Lakers fans think that they have a chance at beating Phoenix.
Oh,
and
goodness.
I just want to see it. I just want to see the sweep so I can just hear the excuses just ooze out of their mouth.
I made the statement last week that I don't think the Lakers will win back-to-back games the rest of the way, even if they do make the playoffs. They won't win.
Bro, they're so allergic to back-to-back. They can't even listen to the song that Drake has. Be going back-to-back. They can't even listen to that song. He's banned from their arena. That's how horrible they are.
I thought it was them. I thought they felt it as a tease. They were being teased.
Yeah,
we're going back-to-back. No, we're not.
Yeah. They don't. Yeah. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Crazy. What a time to be alive. But this has been ASAP in the morning. We appreciate everyone being here with us. Definitely had a blast. Rob, Jay, Sam, appreciate you guys being here. Dustin and Jay, you guys as well. You too, Ronald. You are not forgotten. Doors always open. So if any of you find exquisite, intelligent men, intelligent.
I feel like you coming at me, Brad.
Well,
just give it time, Rob.
Rob, you're smart. Listen, man. Listen, Rob, you got 2 cents. Guess what? I got the other 98. You're now $1, bro. That's how I'm rolling.
Swallow and fry, man. This dude is quick with it, baby. He's quick with it.
See, listen,
but I still have the remaining quarter that it takes to get that bag of Funyuns.
Hey,
guess what? And the three of us unite. The Funyuns fell, and guess what? Here comes Sam to save the day. It got stuck, but my guy just worked some magic and it fell. And guess what?
The big 10-4, baby.
Let's go, man. Get out of here, bro. But I appreciate you gentlemen being here. As always, it is a blast. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. Until then, y'all know what to do.
We go.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living